And here we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to InHouse-CON. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a very special show today because we are doing something that we've never done in the history of our show since May. We are actually live and on location, and I'm going to share with you why we're doing that in 1 second. But first, for those of you joining us for the first time, let me just tell you a little bit about what we are and who I am so that you know what you've just gotten yourself into. My name is Derek Mackey. I'm the owner of Cool Waters Productions. We're an appearance management and autograph management company out here in Hollywood. We have celebrity clients that we take all around the world to fan conventions and public events to meet people like you face to face. However, because of COVID-19, as we all know, a lot of those events are shut down, and it's certainly it certainly is a restriction for us because we've basically lost every event out there. So we decided to host our own virtual event online, and as I just mentioned, we've been doing so every weekend since May, and that's InHouse-CON here, so that we can bring our talent face-to-face with you, with the ability to ask them questions and to buy autographs. So hopefully when COVID-19 is over, we will be able to be back out on the road seeing you, because I can tell you all of my clients adore going to events, shaking hands, giving hugs, and meeting you all face-to-face. But thanks for joining us today. Now, for those of you who never joined us before, just a little bit of housekeeping rules here. I've asked all of our clients to keep, or all of our guests today, let me rephrase that, to keep crossover talk to a minimum. And that is because we are in an area together live, some feedback will happen. But don't worry, we will make sure that everybody who wants to speak will have a chance to speak and answer your questions. Now, regarding questions, how do you ask one? You'll notice on Zoom that there are two areas to which you can participate in. One is the chat room and one is the Q&A room. The chat room is strictly for the fans to chat with each other. However, wink, a couple of our guests today have already told me that they are very familiar with Zoom and they may pop in the chat room to talk with you. But of our talent to please do it in the Q&A room. The Q&A room is in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Ask a question. I will ask the question live on air. I will read the name of the person who sent it in, and the cast will actually answer it live on air. And the reason we want you to do it in the Q&A room is because if you ask it in the chat room, everyone else who's watching can't see what the answer is. So please play along so that we have a really good event, okay? The other thing I want to let you guys know is that if you are calling in from a laptop or a computer, I recommend that you choose gallery view on Zoom. Your view options are in the upper right-hand screen. Gallery view allows you to see all of our guests at one time, regardless who's talking. If you're calling in from a smartphone, such as an iPhone or an Android, you unfortunately do not have this luxury, and Zoom will decide who you are watching, and it's basically going to be whoever's making noise. So if one of our panelists farts, that's who you're going to see. Hopefully they won't do that today. All right. Before we get started, I want to thank some of our supporters today: Be More Super Podcast, Nerd Alert News, and Beckett Media. They've done some amazing social media blasts for us to get everybody out here, as well as my friend Sam. He helped put this together with us to make this possible today. For those of you who know Cool Waters, you will actually know that the guests we have today are not clients of ours. And you're probably all going, Derek, what is up with that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Sam sought us out because he found our convention online, did some research, and learned that InHouse-CON was pretty cool, and asked if we would host these guys for the first time ever. 5 voice cast members from the Peanuts world are going to be together for you guys today. This has never happened. It's unprecedented. And I can tell you that Cool Waters and InHouse-CON are so excited to be presenting this exclusive event for the first time today. And we will have this on our YouTube channel down the road. So any of you who missed it, you'll be able to watch it later. So without further ado, and now that I've said all the boring stuff and you're like, I don't care about looking at you, Derek, bring on the guest. I'm actually going to show you today what I was talking about by being live and on location. Sam has been gracious enough to open up his home and backyard, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn my laptop around so that you can actually see what we're dealing with today. We actually have 4 of our guests lined up here in the backyard of our host's home. So guys, wave to everybody. There we go. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So this is very unique for us. We've never done this before. And our 5th cast member is calling in from home, and she will be here. I'm actually going to ask my tech guy, Tyler, now to make everyone's video go live. I want us all to welcome Angela Lee Sloan, Jeremy Miller, Brad Kesten, Gini Holtman, and Stacy Tolkin. Hello, guys. Come on board. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
there we go. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today during our COVID-19 special weekends. Make sure that, yep, someone got it. Make sure that you put yourself on mute so we don't have feedback, okay? All right. Oh my goodness, Angela just had a bird. Do you have pet birds, Angela? Oh, activate your audio. There you go. So
How's
go ahead.
that?
Is that a pet bird?
Birds, and all you got to do is bring the peanuts. You see, all you got to bring the peanuts, and the birds come. So
Peanuts. It's so, what a good tie-in. I love it. Well, that's fantastic. Good, good, good. All right. So Angela, you can leave your audio the way that it is, so you don't have to keep going back and forth, as long as you just keep your talking to a minimum. Everyone else knows the rules. So before we jump into fan questions, I actually have pre-written some questions for all of our group today, and that's to get the ball rolling, and so that some of our fans out there will feel more comfortable with asking some questions. Don't be shy, guys. You can ask anything you want, as long as it stays away from sex, politics, and religion. That's the only thing that we will not answer for you. Everything else is open game. So if you want a date for tonight after this is over, feel free to ask. Of course, you'll have to be here in Los Angeles to make that happen. Wink, that's not for real, guys. Don't take me seriously. So we have a staple question here on InHouse-CON that it was something that I never intended to be the same question that we asked over and over again, but because it's something that so many fans ask repeatedly, and it's actually something that I as a fan like to know, it has become a staple. So to all of my guests today, here's our first question, and I'll cue each of you to answer as we go. Specifically in the Peanuts world, how did you land your role as your character? And why don't we start with ladies first, and we will start with Stacy.
Okay, so if everybody can hear me, how did I land my role? I was actually working in a sound studio next door to where they were doing interviews, and there was a line of children out in the hallway interviewing, and they happened to overhear my voice in the next studio. And they came next door to me, they stopped the interviews, and I got the part. So I was working when I actually got the part. I didn't even have to interview. So it was a wonderful story for me.
That would be every actor's dream, to just be heard somewhere. We want you to do this role. Thank you for sharing. Very cool. All right, continuing with the ladies. Ginny, why don't we jump over to you?
Okay. Hi. Well, I was already kind of going on auditions as a kid, and it was just one of those calls. And I went and read for them, and I don't know if they called me back once or twice. I don't remember exactly how it all went down, but it was super fun. They were super nice. The whole crew made me feel very comfortable, and we, got the call that we got it. So it's not real exciting, but that's how it went down. As far as I remember, that's how we did it. So it was the most exciting part I had ever gotten, though. That's for sure.
Very cool. Whoops, there we go. And getting the call that you got the role, of course, is every actor's dream as well. Continuing with our lovely ladies, Angela, how did you get your role in Peanuts? And don't forget to unmute yourself. There you go.
there we go. Hi guys. I was a child actor, and my agent, they had a voice department, and often when there were voice jobs or auditions, you would just go into your agent's office and they'd record you and send it off. So it was pretty kind of standard. You just went in and got to audition for the voice of Lucy, and had no idea that there were like literally thousands and thousands of voices that they would go through. And we got the exciting call that I'd got the voice of Lucy, and that's where all the magic began.
All right, thank you so much. Now let's move on to our gentlemen. I'm gonna start with Jeremy. Jeremy, how'd you land your role in the Peanuts universe?
I was actually called in for an audition, and they brought me in to an actual studio, recording studio. Lee Mendelsohn was there. I believe Bill Melendez was there, as well as I believe Lee's daughter Desiree. And they just had me come in and do the lines. And when I got done, they actually hired me right on the spot. Lee Mendelsohn came in and said, "You sound the most like I have ever heard like the original Linus's voice. And they pretty much offered me the job right on the spot. And of course, I mean, it was like, yes, please. So that's how I got the part.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jeremy. And last but not least, Brad, share with how you got the role of Charlie Brown. And don't forget to unmute yourself.
We go unmuted. Basically, a lot of my experience was the same as Angela's, meaning that it was basically like another Monday. Throughout the week, we go out and go on interviews, and this was just a random interview to go to this production house, and I have no idea what I was doing or who I was meeting with. And I went into a studio, didn't meet Lee Mendelson or Bill Melendez or anybody, and read some lines. And then that wound up being heard, I guess in the evening. Lee Mendelson will go through all of the recordings and listen and see who he wants to bring back for callbacks and whatnot. And I guess his son, Jason Mendelson, was on the floor. This is a story that was told to me by Lee. His son was on the floor playing with trucks and whatnot. And once my voice came up on the speakers, he looked up and said, "That's Charlie Brown." And that was it. And he says, "Is it?" He says, "Okay." And that was it. And I was cast. So I was kind of picked and casted by his son, who said I sounded like the most out of the thousands of kids. It was a big, what to do of, who they were going to cast at the time. I remember everyone in town was being brought in to read for Charlie Brown and Linus and Schroeder. And yeah, it changed my life at the time. That's for sure. It's a great experience.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. And everyone has like this dream story. I love it. It's really cool. So now, continuing with Peanuts specifically and the rules that you landed. This is a very unique question that I thought I would ask each of you. Which of you is the most like your character, and which of you is the least like your character? Who wants to start off? Put your hand up. Brad does. Okay, Brad, you start it.
Okay, so most like my character, I used to literally, just the kind of kid that I was at the time. I was always kind of like my voice was low. I was never a depressed child, but I sounded like I was depressed. I kind of always felt a kinship to the character, and just being a wishy-washy blockhead. I always felt that I was like kindred to that character. And now the older that I get, and my hairline continues to go back, I'm actually starting to resemble the character now. And but yeah, it's I've always kind of felt like a little kinship to wishy-washy Charlie Brown. And they couldn't have picked a better character for me, that's for sure.
Gotcha. All right, let's continue down. Let's just go in reverse. Jeremy, you're next.
Are we good? I definitely related to my character. I felt a lot like Linus. So, I mean, I definitely felt I resembled that character to a degree, even to the point where, although I did not have a blanket, I had I'll admit it, I had a hand-knitted stuffed bear that my grandmother had made for me that I carried around with me till I was probably 10 years old. I mean, that's 2 years into filming the show, and I was still walking around with this thing because it meant so much to me. So I definitely related to that part of the character, as well as how Linus was kind of soft-spoken until he needed not to be. I had a lot of that in me as a kid. I tended to stand up to the bullies in school who were picking on the little kids. And that was something Linus did. Linus always went after the bullies with his blanket and kind of took care of business. So I related to that a lot. And I don't know who would be the least like their character. I think we all maybe grew into our characters and closer to those characters as we did it. I'm not sure if any of us were really that different from our Peanuts character.
Thank you, Jeremy. Okay, let's move on to Stacy.
Unmute. So I definitely think I'm like my character. I am the little sister in my family. I'm the baby of 3 girls. And I always have been kind of the tag along, the little one that comes along. My sisters are 12 and 16 years older. So it's just kind of my role to be that little sister, to be that sweet, wholesome person. It's kind of who I am.
Perfect answer. Thank you so much. All right, Angela. How about you? Are you like your character?
I think so. I think so. I've always been like a take charge, tell it like it is, kind of hold nothing back, straightforward kind of gal. And growing up, I would always be the one directing all my friends, you know, like when I was little, okay, you're doing this, we're going here, we're doing this, we're doing this. So I laugh, but yeah, yes, I have some Lucy in me for sure.
Perfect. Excellent.
No,
All right. And we
I have no problem saying blockhead.
All right, Ginny, how about you?
I definitely can relate to Peppermint Patty. Tomboy, I don't know, it's kind of all girl, but there definitely, I have an element of tomboy within me. And definitely the school aspect. How many excuses can I come up with why I didn't show up or what happened to my homework or, you know, why I shouldn't have to do something that I need to do. I'm a pro at procrastinating and having a good reason for doing that. So I definitely relate to Peppermint Patty in that aspect. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Perfect. All right. My next question for the whole group is, and I'm going to combine it. It's two questions actually, but I'll combine this. So were any of you fans of the Peanuts universe before you got the role? And then once you got the role, did any of you actually get to meet Charles Schultz? Who wants to start? Put your hand in the air. Jeremy.
I have to admit, I was a huge Peanuts fan before I got the show, or before I got the part. And honestly, to this day, as much as Growing Pains and everything else that I've done meant to me, I'm still probably most honored to have been a part of such a legacy like Peanuts. It's probably one of the things in my career I'm the most proud of. And I don't know, what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry, I lost my track. And no, I never, unfortunately, that's a great regret of mine. I never got the chance to meet Charles Schultz. That would have been an incredible honor. The more I've even learned about Charles Schultz since his passing has made me love the man even more. I was not aware of a lot of the things he did with the comic strip in kind of being on the front lines of the fight for equality, civil rights, things like that. A lot of people don't know that there was a very big conflict going on right around the time he had really found a traction with the comic strip. And there was a huge thing about these pools not allowing black children in to swim with the white kids. And sure enough, the next day, Franklin's character was introduced to the Peanut strip, and they were all in a pool swimming together the very next day. That's a powerful statement by a man like Charles Schultz. So it would have been an amazing honor to meet him.
That is an incredible legacy that he's left. And I think that's something that a lot of creative personalities who have succeeded in this world they're basically become our voice, and I think they're an open voice to our society. So I praise him, and I thank you, Jeremy, for bringing that up. And Angela, I'm going to jump over to you next because you were doing a thumbs up to something Jeremy said. So let's have you answer that next batch of questions. So go ahead, please.
I did get the pleasure of meeting Charles Schultz. He was just a very kind man, very softly spoken, very sweet, almost like a grandfather. Like he was, they all were, Lee Mendelsohn and Bill Melendez, and they were just all very kind people. So that's all I remember of him, was just being kind and soft spoken and gentle, very gentle person.
And were you a fan of the Peanuts before you got your role?
Thank you for reminding me of that. Well, it's funny. I was born in Liverpool, England. So we moved here when I was about 4 years old, and Peanuts was such a staple, an American, staple. And we really were quite, I was very innocent to it. I didn't really know much about the Peanuts. I knew more when I got to be a part of it, but we did not know the gravity and the amazing power that was Peanuts and its history. So no, I kind of like worked backwards. I got the job and learned more as we went along. Got to be the longest running Lucy for four and a half years. So I remember when I left, Lee Mendelsohn was like, you're at our longest Lucy that we've ever had. We don't want to lose you, but of course your voice gets older and yeah, but so I worked backwards in the terms to the answer is that I came in not knowing and fell in love along the way.
It's the happy ending, right? It's a perfect way to do it. Excellent. Well, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Who wants to go next? All right, Brad, go for it.
In regards to Charles Schulz, the one, well, I'll start with, as far as being a fan, being literally like the red-blooded American kid. If you didn't know who Charlie Brown was and the Peanuts gang, you didn't live here. I mean, it was such an institution. It was basically a lot of the holiday episodes is kind of like your introduction to Peanuts. And if growing up before there were DVRs and the internet, you only got to watch it one time a year. You had to, you marked your calendar and you watched everything, and you bought the toys and you bought the books, and it was part of Americana. So, I mean, I always felt it was in your face all the time. So it was kind of like a natural thing. So when I went on the interview, I remember I didn't take it really seriously whether I was going to get the job or not, because for every one job you get, you went on maybe 5 to 10 interviews to get it. And how many didn't you get? So you never really get your hopes up until it happens. And then you wind up getting it. And, it was a great experience. And I got to meet Charles Schulz. The first time I met him was when we found out we were going to be doing the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the specials are not like the brainchild of Charles Schulz. They're the brainchild of Bill Melendez and Lee Mendelsohn. They're the director, the animators, the producers, the writers of all of the specials. What Charles Schulz was in charge of was his child, the Sunday morning cartoon strip. So what this show was the first time that he was able to bring his strip to the people and make it animated. So it was, all of these were vignettes of his actual newspaper, his cartoon. So it was really important to him. And I remember seeing him in the studio, maybe like 3 out of every 5th time that we were there. And I remember having conversations with him. He used to like sketch at his desk, and he wound up throwing away they weren't full strips or 4-panel anything, but he would he'd throw it away. And I remember looking in his trash can. I remember him saying, "Go ahead." And I'm like, "Really?" And I went little mini dumpster diving in his little thing. And I have like all these little garbage. I mean, it's whatever garbage, but little strips and little pieces of paper with little things drawn and sketches and, I mean, squiggles, or, like the Tom Hatton thing.
You still have them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you think I'm ever going to? The only thing I ever got rid of, I gave Gene Schultz a lot of stuff for the museum when he died. I was really upset, and I called her up and I'm like, what? Like, I want to donate something to the museum. And I donated a 4-panel cartoon that he sent me that had a mistake. And it was the only one where it had a mistake. So she was like, "I'll buy it from you." And I'm like, "Sweet." And she bought my 4-panel, and now it's in the museum. But no, the little trash things, I'll never get rid of those. Those are going to like my kids. Those will hopefully buy them a house in 2050. But it was an amazing experience, and he was never anything but super nice to us. And the people that did the series, I mean, a lot of us were the longest running cast members for years. We were doing multiple specials, the series. Some of us were doing 2 musicals at the same time of both. So it was, the 80s were an era of expansion, I would say. It was a huge time for Charles Schulz, for him personally, because he got to put his stuff out there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. And amazing insight. Ladies, Stacy or Gini, who wants to take the next? Go ahead, Stacy. Unmute yourself.
Unmute myself. Okay. So I was a fan, like everybody else. You watch all the specials. It's kind of the thing that you gather up. We'd get in my parents' bed at night, get the popcorn the Jiffy Pop, that you go over the stove and it pops up, and you'd watch the specials. So it was absolutely a part of my childhood. But I don't think I realized, kind of like Brad said, really what it meant when we were doing it. So I met Charles Schultz, met him multiple times, played on the ground, hanging out with him, saw some of those same drawings, things like that. But I don't think at our age that we even had any clue, at least I had no clue, how iconic it was and really what I was doing. My mom would, and she'd take pictures all the time and, tell me all these great things. But it didn't really sink in, and it still, I'll be honest, sometimes doesn't completely sink in how special and how amazing, what we did when we were children was.
Thank you so much. All right, Ginny, you're up.
Yeah, I was definitely a Peanuts fan, but I was really a Peanuts fan after I became part of it. But I just wanted to piggyback, I had something I wanted to say when I was listening to Brad talk about Schultz and his, I feel like this Peanuts was such an outlet for him, and that a lot of the writing was based on, this is just my personal point of view, but a lot of the writing was based on, stuff that he went through, and that was how he dealt. That was his outlet to deal with, regular problems that every child has, and also, his own personal demons. It sounds kind of deep, but that's, when I watch it, that's what I see. And I just think that's so great that he was able to do that and help himself. And in helping himself, he helps others as well. The boy that never gave up. So.
Thank you so much. All right, moving on. There we go. Moving on. Don't forget, guys, I see that our Q&A room is filling up, so keep throwing some questions in there. We'll get to those in a moment. Got a couple of more questions that I'd like to ask. The next one is, one of the things that was groundbreaking that the Peanuts cartoons did in the industry was actually using real children as the voices of their characters rather than adults changing their voices to sound like kids. And not that those actors have any, those actors are just as amazing, but what made Peanuts so believable to so many of us was that it was real kids. And I know early on that some of the kids were encouraged, they had scripts obviously, but some of them were encouraged to be themselves. If they wanted to say something, they recorded it, and if it was something really cool, they put it in. When it came to you guys in the series that you specifically worked on, were you each allowed to do some improv of your own? And is there perhaps a moment that to this day you remember, like, yeah, I improv that and it made it into my particular show? Whatever you can share about, that groundbreaking part of production when it came to using kids. Who'd like to go first on that? All right, Ginny's gonna.
Okay, unmuted. As far as ad-libbing is concerned, for me, during my period of time, they would say the lines one line at a time, and I would just repeat it, like word for word, exactly the way that they had said it. I was 7 or 8, and I didn't have that much experience with acting, and thank God for that, because I wouldn't have had any idea how to say it. But one thing I do remember was during the Flash Beagle recording of the soundtrack of the album, there was one song, Don't Give Up, Charlie Brown. What? Yeah, the record, we're Don't Give Up, right? And so we were allowed to ad lib at the end of each one of those lines, and there were it was the chorus. So and I remember somebody, I don't know if it was you, Brad, or somebody had said something on a take prior, and then I stole it. I stole the line right after, and that's the one they kept. So ad lib, did I steal it? Yes. Was it ad lib? Sort of. Sorry. That's one thing that I remembered was being in that recording studio and recording. That was so much fun. And being a thief.
Perfect. Thank you, Ginny. Who wants to go next? Brad?
Yeah. Literally, like Ginny said, I mean, it's when you're young, you go in there, especially for the first couple of ones, and Lee Mendelson is literally telling you what to say. he's saying, "Good grief, Charlie Brown," and you'll go, "Good grief, Charlie Brown," and that's how they keep it sounding the same through the decades. Now, as you get older and you've, I've done multiple specials and whatnot, it's not really necessary because the actors already know what they want. So you'll just give them what they want and then the day's over. But working, like the old saying about working with actors and children and animals, it's really difficult. So these guys in the studio have to deal with 5 to 8 children, and they can only work for so many hours a day from loss. So it's like you go in the studio and bang, 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 get it done. And we never worked like really as a group. Like I would go in and Stacy would go in and Angela would go in and so on. The only time I think we ever worked as groups was during the musicals, where we'd be in a studio together. But other than that, the amount of artistic freedom, I guess you could say, is really slim. They like their script to be read the way that they write it, and every once in a while you can throw a word in here or maybe have a line read a certain way, but adding words or lines, I don't think I have any memories of having that liberty. So, oh well.
All right, Ginny wants to interject something there. Go ahead,
I
Ginny.
just wanted to say what we looked forward to the most was the time in between where we hung out in the in the waiting room, playing, going into the bathroom and mixing coffee potions and making like mud and the relationships and the bonds that we built with each other. Really, that was what I looked forward to. And school, yes, absolutely, that was awesome. 3 hours. That's it.
Jeremy, you want to interject?
Yeah, I was going to piggyback a little off of what Brad said. Being that young, I'm not sure I would have been capable of doing much improv, that's for sure. But I don't recall any opportunities for that. As Brad said, it was very rigid, especially at first. And the part that stands out to me, there's really no improv on my part. But when we got to do the musical special, there was a little bit of creativity we were allowed to add in what we were doing with the song. And also, as Brad said, that was the special time. Those in-between times were always awesome when we were recording, but the musicals were the one time we all got to be in studio together playing off of each other, because they needed the lines so clean. You never did your lines with another actor. And I mean, when I got the role of Linus, I was 8.5. I'd been acting for 3 years at that point. I had never acted against nothing. I was used to having some emotion and something to play off of. So it was a very interesting experience. But the special part was when we all got to perform together for the first time.
Understood. Excellent. Angela, I don't want to take time away from you. Did you want to interject here?
No, I think what the guys were saying is spot on. It was very specific, and we were coming in obviously covering from the original voices of the 1950s, the original cast. So it was extremely specific how lines were to be read, the tone, and the intonation, and almost like taking the emotion out. Of course, Lucy had a lot more emotion because she's all she's got her attitude, but it was very, very specific. So like they were saying, the improvisation was not really free to roam with that. It was kind of like stick, but
Got it.
Oh, bring the peanuts back.
All right, so I've got a question here. I'm going to go to some fan questions now. I've got a question here from Angie. She would like to know, well, first of all, she's a big fan. She wants all of you guys to know that. She wants to know, can any of you still do your voice? Or I would add to that, can any of you come pretty close? Who wants to? Ginny's like, no, I don't sound like Peppermint Patty at all.
No, well, I don't think I do. Well, if I talk a lot, which I have the habit of doing often, my voice gets really, really hoarse, and that's the closest I can get. But I did want to share one little teeny thing that as I was getting older and my voice started to mature, I remember they would have me scream as loud as I possibly could for as long as I could to get it, like, to damage my vocal cords so that it would be hoarse enough for me to sound somewhat close to her. I remember that was fun. Mom's was like, scream, you gotta scream. And then I get there and be in the sound booth screaming my butt off until I came close to it. But no, now I don't think so. I think this is it. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Angela, yes?
You blockhead, Charlie Brown.
Perfect. I love it.
Blockhead.
I love it. All right, moving on. Let's do another fan question. This one's just a fun one from Marguerite. She wants to know, have any of you had a dog that you've named Snoopy?
That's funny. Great question, but no, I can't believe I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody I've ever been with allowed me to name it Snoopy.
Okay.
I've never, like, I've had dogs and cats and animals, and I'm like, Snoopy, it looks like Snoopy. And they're like, no. And I'm like, but? They're like, no. I'm like, but? No.
All
So, no.
Angela, what about your birds? Can you have them named Snoopy?
Mr. Peanut. There he goes.
Mr. Peanut. Well, that was actually one of the questions that we had here. Does anyone know why Charles Schulz called it Peanuts? Do any of you know why it was called Peanuts? Brad, you know? Could you tell us, please?
It was named Peanuts. It was first named, I think it was like the Little Folks was the original name of his thing. And the people that were publishing it hated the name. And they were telling him, no, you can't have it Little Folks. We're going to come up with a new name for you if you want it to be in our papers. And they named it Peanuts. So I don't remember who the publisher was that did it, but he did not name it Peanuts. Hated the name, never liked it, never approved of it, but it kind of just happened because, like with all of us, when you're just starting up, you don't really have a lot of power. And then the Peanuts thing took off. I mean, there's more to this, obviously, story than that. There's a lot of little details, but it was Little Folks, and everyone hated it because it sounded too much like they wanted it to be like the Our Gang cereal, like the Little Rascals, which didn't, even the Our Gang wasn't the Little Rascals. So, like a lot of things, it's chosen by other people, you know, that make more money than you. And by the time he was making more money than everyone, it was the Peanuts. So it got stuck that way.
All right. Thank you so much, Brad. All right. So just moving outside a little bit of the Peanuts realm, a lot of our guests today have done other things, and I'm going to go in no particular order. I do every show that I do, and especially for this show, because these are not my personal clients, so I don't know them as well. I'm getting to know them today. But I love doing research for my InHouse-CON because I learn a lot of things about all of my guests. And today, I'm going to start with Angela on this one. And Angela, you, aside from being an actress, I found online that you are also a music writer, and I'm assuming you must perform your music. I was wondering if you could share your music history maybe, and what kind of music you do, and where can people listening right now find your music?
That's so nice. Well, thank you. I'm a singer, songwriter, guitar player, piano. I've been singing since, oh gosh, before Peanuts. My mom was a singer, dad's a singer. I've got some of my music. Can you see me? I lost you guys on there. Can you see me?
We can see and hear you, yes.
Okay, good. For some reason, you disappeared on my screen. But I have music on iTunes. I've had some placements in television shows, and right now I've been putting together an album that I've been working on for a while. So I will have some new music coming out probably mid next year, and yeah, that's about it right now. But love singing, and it's something in our family, and my daughter is continuing on doing the same thing, and that's just something that keeps me going.
Excellent, thank you. And let me, here, this I saw online something about you like to call yourself rocker mom instead of soccer mom. Does that have to do with your music?
Yes. Well, it's funny because I was in radio for 17 years, and iHeart at K-Rock and a lot of the Los Angeles radio stations. And when I had my daughter, it was time for me to take it, it's a special time, and I wanted to take that time and be a mom. And it also gave me time to get back to my music, which was my biggest love. So I was just, it just kind of cracked me up. And, you got your soccer moms, and I'm a rocker mom. So it's quite fitting. Like my daughter, she's not going to she's not going to soccer matches. She's in band, and we're going to the Roxy, and we're watching Emma perform at, all these great venues, or she's coming along with me and playing bongos off in the corner when she was like 2.5, so total rocker mom. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Angela. Let me move on to Jeremy. Jeremy, everyone out there watching this knows, of course, you were part of one of the biggest sitcoms back in the 80s, Growing Pains. I mean, I myself, of course, was a huge fan. And I remember watching you guys and thinking you seemed so much like a real family. And I want to know, how much of a real family were you back then in order to have that type of closeness show, on screen? And do you continue relationships today with any of your cast members?
That's actually one of my favorite questions I get asked, because we were a family. I believe one of the reasons why the show did as well as it did is we had that chemistry that came through on camera. And I'm not just talking about the cast. I mean, we literally knew our grips and our cameraman's kids. We were a 250-person family, and everybody looked out for everybody. It was a pretty amazing time and a rather rare experience for a show. So it was, Alan and Joanna were my parents. They were my second set of parents. If I was acting up on set, they took care of it. Kirk was my big brother. We horsed around, we tortured Tracy like a little sister. It was my other family, and it was such a blessing, because not only did I enjoy performing and being on camera, but I knew that for 8 months out of the year, I had these amazing people and this wonderful other family I got to spend time with. To the point where Joanna still tells the story that at the end of every season for the first 4 or 5 years, I would come up and crawl into her lap and just cry because I had to leave them all for the summer. So we were very much a close family. We still are. The loss of Alan has hit us all very, very hard. He was very much the center of our familial universe. He was the glue that kind of pulled us all back together when life got in the way, and life had sent us all in different directions. Alan always knew when to put in a call and say, hey guys, everybody up to my ranch up in Santa Barbara this weekend, bring your families, we're getting together. And that's the kind of thing we would do. And we did that regularly. I mean, the show's been off the air since 92. And we still, up until Alan passed, got together at least once a year, every 2 years, and got our families together, and we're still very close. I was very blessed that literally 3 weeks before Alan passed, Tracy and I got to go do a comic convention in Chicago with him, and I got to spend one last weekend with him before he passed away. So I was very blessed to have so many amazing people that loved and cared about us, and that I really, to this day, consider family.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I'm going to end up crying, so I'm going to move on. Stacy, you appeared on WKRP in Cincinnati, which was a huge hit in the 80s, and it starred a lot of big names at the time. And I'd like to know what it was like on that set. And did any of those big name actors take you under their wing?
Again, I was really little at the time, so and I'm also very short. So although I was young, I was also like a really tiny person. So everybody kind of took me under their wing as like this little sister, an extra daughter. So I had like a ton of parents everywhere I went. The set itself, though, was always wild and crazy. There was a lot going on, a lot of action. I had that reoccurring role, and so most of my scenes were specifically with Frank Bonner and Edie McClurg. So for the most part, I didn't really spend a lot of time with the other actors, but what was really nice is it was a live show. And, we don't do a lot of that anymore. And it was really fascinating to always be there live with people watching and feeling kind of that family and kind of blocking out everybody else because you could connect with just that one person because you had a good relationship with them. So as if there's hundreds of people watching, but it was as if they were not even there because of the relationships that you form with the people.
Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, moving on. Non-Peanuts questions. We're going to go to Brad. Brad, I have to ask this because I'm just like, what is up? You've got to tell me what your ties are to Gremlins and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which, by the way, Temple of Doom is my favorite Indiana Jones. What is your ties to those?
My ties to that were, growing up in the industry, I did, you spend your days going from studio to studio. I did a lot of my work at Universal Studios at the time. And at that specific moment in time between the years maybe 1980 to 84, Steven Spielberg Productions, which turned into Amblin, was starting to grow in the back lot of Universal. And he had a lot of projects like The Natural that came out, Uncommon Valor, and I'm sure Angela, who I can't see, is probably nodding her head because I know she did voice work on those also. And then you go in and you do your lines, and then all of a sudden they're telling you to come back tomorrow because we have some more work for you. So like, all right, so you come back, you're in the same booth, and they put more stuff in front of you, and you kind of look up at the screen if you're trying to dub and loop, and you have no idea what you're looking at. I had no idea it was Gremlins, and they're asking me to do a voice, make a grunt, make a happy sound, and you know, I'm doing grunts and sounds, and it winds up I'm doing little Mogwai sounds, and not the Mogwai because he's the good one. It's like the Stripe and the evil Gremlins and stuff like that. And I'm dubbing over a kid's voice, and later on I found out it was Corey Feldman, which made me laugh. You know, and you're dubbing over voices. So then when you're done with Gremlins, you're moving on to another thing. They say, come back tomorrow. We'll do some more stuff. And it was India, and they're showing me stuff on the screen that they want me to dub over the voices. And at the time I was doing a lot of different dialects of Indian kids. And it's so funny now because they would never let a white Jewish kid do Indian voices. They would never happen in today's age. But back then, the pickings were so slim in regards to the children. It's not like today. So they had me bring in and dub over the Indian children that were like kidnapped in the cave. And they put lines and like, to the Kalima, and I was doing all these like dialects that are so racist by today's standards. But at the time they're like, they call an agent, who do you know that can do an Indian dialect? And my agent's like, oh, Brad can do it. And so I'm in there going, oh, I've got to go. And I'm sounding like Abu from The Simpsons. And this is what they're like, okay, can you do the same dialect but in a lower voice? I'm like, oh, I've got to go. And I'm sounding, it's so bad by today's standards, but that's what we were doing. And then you come back for another thing and you wind up, it's all for Steven Spielberg and George Lucas Productions. And at the time in 1982, 83, it wasn't what it is now. It's just, you're just another 12-year-old kid excited to be working Monday through Friday. And on voice work, it's like if you can't get an on-camera series gig, the best thing that you can do is do voice work full-time. And the Charlie Brown thing opened up a lot of doors because they would know who you are. If you're getting work as Charlie Brown and you're working for Charles Schultz and Bill Melendez, other people will hire you just on that. So we found ourselves going in and doing a lot of dubbing and looping. And I know Angela, and I think even Stacy was on a lot of these. You look at the credits at the end and it's like half the cast of the Peanuts are the voice actors in all of these movies. And it's like, but you don't even know what you're doing until it's over. And then they tell you, because who cares about The Natural? You don't even know what it is. Then you find out it's Robert Redford's movie. So, you get excited the possibility of meeting him and meeting other cast members as they come in and dub and loop over do their own stuff. So it's, as a small kid, it's more exciting than an adult because kids get more excited about stuff. So this was this huge thing for us.
Well, very cool. Next time I watch Temple of Doom, I'll listen for you.
Listen.
That must be him. They're really racist.
Listen to the subtle racism. But where could that ever happen now? It could never happen in a million years. They would just they would burn it down. It was so awesome. It was, it was just good times, and it's just like a little window in time.
All right, thank you for sharing. Jenny, I'm going to move on to you. Can you tell me what Supernatural last night and where we can watch it?
It's actually not finished yet. It's still in production. I've made it sort of a crossover to horror, indie horror. It seems like it's the natural progression of things, as my boyfriend is a horror writer and producer. I kind of got precedence in I got the red carpet to kind of star in a lot of his things. So that one's still in pre-production. I can't tell you much about it just yet, but more to come on that one.
All right, perfect. We love that. So that's actually a good interjection to Logan's question for the rest of you. Logan would like to know, do you have anything coming out that you're allowed to talk about that we can watch for as fans? Who wants to kick that off? Oh God, nobody does. That means nobody has anything. Bad question.
I'll kick it off with
okay, Brad will do it.
Yeah, with Corona. I would say that anything that a lot of us had going on before have been canceled. The way that with Corona is the industry, I don't know one crew member that's working right now. Everybody I know is basically on forced vacation, and we're literally chomping at the bit. A lot of us have, I guess you could say, leads on future work, because nothing's set in stone right now. I think I have like 2 or 3 different projects where people have approached me and say, I would like you to be in this film or this film. And we're like, okay, when's production starting? I don't know. So I think we're all kind of in a holding pattern. I think Angela is probably the closest one with an active production, since she has an on-site studio. But as far as like camera work, voice work, yeah, it's pretty slow and coming until it starts up again. Ask me this time in 6 months, different story.
All right. But how about let's alter the question. Anything that's in the can pre-COVID that isn't out yet that we can wait for? Angela's shaking her head. Yes, Angela, what have you got?
I just did a video game. It's called Wasteland 3, and my character is A.V. Who. She's a renegade. So that's exciting stuff. I'm not a big gamer per se, but it's a pretty big video game. So that's exciting.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm going to glaze over the rest because they're all kind of looking at me like I don't know what to say. So let's go to a question. Oh, what? Ginny's pointing. Point at Jeremy. Point at Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy, I guess you have something you need to talk about. Wait, I have a question about, is it the quarantine, wait a minute, what's it called? The quarantine bunch, is that what it's about? No, he's like, no, don't ask me about that. Okay. Jeremy, ask whatever you desire about your upcoming project.
Well, I was going to talk, the quarantine bunch was just a thing some friends of mine put together. A great writer of a friend of mine that I know. We were all like, I'm just piggybacking on what Brad said. We're all chomping at the bit. So that's where that little web series we did came from. It was just something to do, something to have some fun with while we were all stuck at home. And we figured, why not do it on Zoom, record it all, and come up with something that people can just, laugh at and have some fun with. That's why we
We can't hear Jeremy.
And it's a long story about what it's about. I can't go into the actual premise, but I have no idea when it will be released. It's a very out there throwback, absolute throwback of a film to the campy 70s and 80s horror films. And I also have 3 other films. 2 are horror movies. that I've signed LOIs for that I'm tied into, but at the moment, nothing's moving. So we will see when those proceed. I have one that I might be shooting in Louisiana end of the year or beginning of the year. And then I also have one in Ireland. So some really great creepy settings and backgrounds and stuff like that. So we'll see when we get rolling again. But yeah, we are all chomping at the bit.
All right, great. Now, yes, Angela, please.
I almost forgot. I did an amazing podcast with my talented friend Greg Straps. Christopher Jacobs also wrote it, who was my partner. We had a cast full of 30 amazing voice actors, and we recorded out of my home studio. But it's called The Happy Show Fantastic. And it's a soap opera musical, and it's just hilarious. So you can check that out at Happy Show Fantastic. It's on Twitter, Facebook, and all the good stuff.
Happy Show Fantastic. All right, great. Now, moving on to another question here, and it kind of segues from what we've just been talking about. This one is from Logan. He wants to know, was there ever, and then I'm going to throw in a question that I pre-wrote on top of Logan's question. So Logan, whoops, we have loud traffic back here. So here we go again. Logan wants to know, was there ever a film or project that you auditioned for that you didn't get, that you wish you had? That's Logan's question. And then I'm going to add on to that. Of all the things that you've done in your career, what is the one project that you wish every fan, or doesn't have to be a fan, just anyone who's an acting aficionado should see? And it can be film, TV, or even theater. Even though theater we can't go back and watch, just something that you wish that everyone had saw. So again, Logan's question: you auditioned for a role, but you didn't get the part. Shucks, what was that? And then my question is, what is the one thing that you've done that we all have to see? Who's going to kick that off? All right, Stacy, you go for it.
So I'll tell a story. It was actually a job that I got, but I lost it when I was younger. So I'll share that story. I was a Toys R Us commercial, and they wanted me to wear a baseball outfit. And I was very much like Sally, wearing the pink and the frilly. And I threw a temper tantrum over wearing a baseball outfit. And that commercial went national and went for years, and I got fired. So that's a big regret of mine. I remember my mom kind of looking at me saying, "Are you really doing this right now?" And I was like, "I'm never wearing a baseball outfit." And so that's my big, the one that got away for me, because it was a really huge commercial, and they actually brought it back when I was an adult. They brought it back again at some point. So it would have been renewed. So that was my one that got away. And I was thinking so much about that. Remind me of the second question.
Am I on? I'm on. What is the one thing that you've done in your career that you want everyone to see? And again, it can be stage work.
So I actually did a movie when I was younger, Portrait of a Rebel, Margaret Sanger, and I played Margaret Sanger's daughter in it. And I think it's a very interesting period piece, and it kind of gets skipped over and you don't hear much about it. And so it was Bonnie Franklin played Margaret Sanger, and it was an excellent movie. And I just kind of think it gets kind of skipped over. So I think that would be an excellent movie for people to kind of take a peek at. I did die in it, which was really upsetting to my mother, but I'm alive, we're all good. So, but it's an excellent movie.
All right, perfect, thank you. Who's next? Jeremy, go for it.
Hello. Okay, first part of the question again?
We want to know a role that you didn't get, but you wish you had.
Okay,
and that's something everyone has to see.
That's why I forgot that question, because what role I didn't get that I would have loved to have, it is a laundry list. I came so close on so many big parts. And in particular, my own personal demon was named Stephen Dorff. Wonderful, amazing actor. His father did the theme song for Growing Pains. Him and I go way back. I was very good friends with him and his brother. He did a film called The Power of One. Very powerful, dramatic film that was shot in South Africa about the apartheid movement. And I had actually been approached about that before they approached him. And we hadn't signed contracts, we hadn't anything else, but I was the one they were looking at for that role. And the writer decided they wanted to age the character a couple of years, which took me out of the running and gave it to Stephen. The The second one, I'm not implying in any way, shape, or form that I would have beaten Leo out for this, but This Boy's Life with Robert De Niro, I was slated to come in and read, and apparently Robert himself put the kibosh on it because I am, at the time, and I guess now too, I was bigger than him. By 15 years old, I was already 3 inches, 4 inches taller than De Niro, and the character was supposed to be this young boy in the relationship that he was throwing around and beating and looked like he could dominate. Well, I was a martial artist who worked out all the time and was 3 inches taller than him, and I didn't even get to read. He literally put the kibosh on. I wasn't even allowed to come in and read. And I'm like, what? How many opportunities am I going to get to read for Robert De Niro? Are you kidding? You can't even just let me come in and do it, please? So that was another one that I would have loved to at least have the opportunity.
Wow.
And the one thing that I've done that I would want everybody to see, truthfully, I doubt many people saw it. I did a TV film called Based on an Untrue Story. And it was in the 90s, right along the time we were getting all those fantastic media stories about the high school student who killed his teacher's husband because they were having the love affair. And just every sensationalized news story that was out, they took it, put it into this film, and wove a narrative around it. And it's not because it's a great film. It's not. It's very funny, but it's not a great film. It was a TV movie, but the cast, the people I got to work with in this film were legendary. Dan Hedaya, Harvey Korman, Ricky Lake, Morgan Fairchild, Robert Goulet, and the list goes on and on. If you want to talk about amazing comedic talent, they had everybody and their mother, and I got to work with all of them. So if you're a fan of comedy and you're a fan of kind of slapstick, that's the one you want to try and track down, Based on an Untrue Story.
All right, so everyone's going to have to look for that. Perfect. I'm sorry, guys, I'm multitasking, and I've lost track of who answered, so who hasn't answered yet? Brad, go for it.
So I'll start with the one that got away. Like Jeremy, there's a laundry list, but there's a couple that stick. One of them was the Deborah Winger's son in oh my God, what's the movie with the cancer? Okay, can't remember. I'm blank. Terms of Endearment. Terms of Endearment. They literally hired a kid that could be my body double. He looks identical to me, face, hair, everything. So that's gone. Second one was I was there myself and 5 other people for ET. That one, they went a completely different direction. And my favorite one was when I first moved to California, I still retained an agent in New York, and I would go back to New York, do some interviews, see what work I could get before coming home. And I started interviewing here in Los Angeles. They brought me to New York. I went through 3 different auditions with these producers and directors, went into this huge building, which almost seemed like a network thing, but it was a movie. There were so many people in this boardroom, read all my lines, and they said it was between myself and one other person for the role. And after I was done reading, they're like, okay, we'll let you know in like an hour. So just hang around the area and we'll let you know. Okay, so I go downstairs, I go to a soft serve ice cream truck on the streets of Manhattan, and I'm waiting, and this little shit of a kid comes walking towards me with his dad, and he looks at me in the face and goes, "Got it." And it was Scotty Schwartz, and we were interviewing for The Toy. We were the last 2 kids. And just this was why I love Scotty so much, because it's just like he didn't remember it when I brought it up to him like 10 or 15 years, like 15 years ago. And he just looked dead in the eye and just went, "Got it," and just kept and walked right by me. And I'm like, damn. So it was like this close to the Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason, and it's one of those things where I've never enjoyed not getting a part as much, because at the time I was pissed, but I think I was like 11 or 12, some ridiculous thing. But as time went on, I couldn't help but laugh. And it's just the look on his face as he looked into my eyes like a foot from me as I'm licking my ice cream cone. and it was just such a shit thing to do, and I love him for it. It was just awesome. So, and I know you're gonna hate me, but what was the second part? I know you're gonna hate me.
The role you didn't get and the role that everyone has to see.
The role that everyone has to see. You know, I was never really much of a movie actor. I did a couple of horror films. I did a lot of episodic TV. I'm pretty proud of my episode of Different Strokes. And I'm proud of Silver Spoons. But I mean, honestly, my favorite thing that I ever did was the Charlie Brown stuff. It was the happiest memories. All my, I've got the friends that I have during it, I've had for 40 years. Some of them, Angela, I've known in a way, I wasn't friends with her beforehand, but I've known her even before this because we all had the same agents. Stacy, our moms were friends, and I've known her since I was 8. So it's growing up with some of these people. If there was one thing that I would suggest people see of mine, I would like to be remembered for the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. I'm really proud of the work we did with that. It's going to stand the test of time, and it's the only thing that Charles Schultz ever put his stamp on that we did, that anybody did, because nothing else was his. It was just the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. So that's the pride that I can take from it, was the relationship that our cast and the stamp that we put on it for him. Because I know how proud of the show he was and how disappointed he was when the show obviously, got shut down a few years later for it was all political. But because the ratings were great. I don't know why it disappeared, but yeah, I'll give the stamp on Charlie Brown for the thing I'm most proud of.
Perfect. All right. Again, guys, sorry, I'm multitasking as we're going. Who hasn't? Angela, have you answered? Ginny?
No, I haven't. I will. if
Angela,
you'd
go
like.
ahead.
For the role that I didn't get was quite a big one. When I was 8, 9, I don't know why I keep losing you, but you can see me, right? Ah, now I see all of you. That's awesome. Technology, I'm learning it. The role that I didn't get was Annie. I was one of 7,000 children in Los Angeles who auditioned, and I was the only one from LA picked. It went down to 9 finalists. They put us up at the Beverly Hills Hotel for 2 weeks. And every day we would meet with John Huston. We would have the top choreographers from Broadway who are coming in every day teaching us the dance routines. We would go off on group trips. It was literally like American Idol today. They had camera crews following us around. We go to Disneyland for the day, or we go to Universal Studios for the day. And we all became very, very close. And after it went down from the 9 finalists, they narrowed it down to 3 finalists. And they put us up at the Beverly Hills Hotel. So now it's down to me, myself, Robin Ignico from Florida, and Aileen Quinn from New York. And we screen tested at Warner Brothers, full on hair, makeup, wig, with Daddy Warbucks. And it was pretty intense. It was a 4-month auditioning process that was, you basically lived it, ate, slept, and breathed it. And being from Los Angeles as a child actor, they were at the time the only people who were very strict on concerned about children actors, and we could only be 5 hours working on the set. 3 hours of that had to be school. So in an 8-hour day, that was the time allotment that you could use. But if you weren't from Los Angeles, you could work around the clock. So I didn't get the part. I was one of the orphans in the movie, but as an 8, 9-year-old, it was really hard to swallow that, but it is part of the industry. But I just was talking about that last night. My mom had a little party for us and at our pool, and the cats came around, and it was just the 2 of us. And, my mom would always say, we always knew only one person could get it. So that was heartbreaking and hard pill to swallow, but it is meant to be what it is. And in terms of acting and things that I'm proud of, I'm really proud of like all the stuff I've got to do with each project. There's so many special things that you gain, but I guess I would say Who's the Boss. I was on Who's the Boss for 3 years, and Tony Danza was just a consummate professional, and Katherine Hellman, like I just idolized her from Soap. And it was just, she was just an honor to work with. And we'd have people that came in along the way, guest stars, and one of them, which was like absolutely phenomenal, was Ray Charles was on one of the episodes. So to be able to work with Ray Charles, and even at 16, I knew the gravity and the importance of how special he was. So that was pretty special to me. Who's the boss for
Incredible. Wow.
Julia.
Thank you. Very cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for all of your stories today. Believe it or not, we're actually coming to the end of the actual official framed show work of InHouse-CON. But as I mentioned last week to viewers that tuned in, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the show today, we're actually going to do something a little bit different at today's InHouse-CON, and that is we are going to have the ability for everyone watching to still buy autographs, and the cast that's actually here in the backyard, they're actually going to sign your autographs live on video. So this is how we're going to end our show today, okay? In order for us to have a proper show on YouTube, I need to have my ending credits roll. So we're going to pretend to end the show now with goodbyes from everybody in my normal goodbye speech. But here's the thing, okay? Everyone who's watching, whether you've purchased something already or whether you haven't purchased something yet, my tech guy Tyler is going to put up a link in the store right now, and you'll be able to buy 8x10 photos signed by the cast or individual character shots. We also have pop figures in the shop. Charlie Brown, we've got Sally, we've got Linus, and we've got Peppermint Patty, because those are the 4 guests that are here today. They can sign them all right now. You purchase them live while we go on our credit scroll break, and whoever buys something while we're on live, we're gonna have them sign. So how does this all work? After the credits roll, do not log off. Stay with us, okay? And then we'll come back. We're gonna let everybody take a pee break, and then we're gonna start showing everybody signing their stuff live. As for Angela, I know she couldn't be here live with us today, but if you guys order something from her, we're gonna get it to her, and she's gonna get it back to us. So all 5 of them can still sign, don't worry about that. We have cast pieces of all 5 of them together, as well as the pop. So you all have the ability to do that. But for now, let's pretend the show is ending, and let's do our normal wrap up, okay? Every week, I do my small business speech, and this week is no different. Cool Waters Productions is a small family-run business. It's run by me and my family only. Even though we live here in Hollywood and we are part of the Hollywood cog, we don't make the millions of dollars that the studios do. COVID-19 has really destroyed our lives. You buying a ticket today or you buying an autograph today means that you have supported small business here in America. And we have a saying here in America that small business is the backbone of America. So I thank all of you today who made that purchase and supported small business in America, and I hope that you all stay safe. So thank you for that. I want to ask each of our guests today to now say their goodbyes, and then we'll do our credit roll. Angela, since you're not actually here with us, I'm going to start with you. Your goodbyes, please.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate every fan that's out there that has supported the show. I feel an honor to be a part of the Peanuts family. And I just want to thank you, because it's you guys, the fans out there, that just overwhelm us with your love. And we're just truly grateful for you. So thank you so much. And have a great day. Stay safe.
Thanks, Angela. Take care now. Stacy, why don't you do your goodbyes next?
All right, just wanted to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for joining us and for hanging out with us and asking such great questions. Really enjoyed catching up, and thanks for always being so supportive all over the years.
Thanks, Stacy. Take care. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, Jeremy, how about you?
Thank you all for joining us. This has been really awesome, and you know, thank you for being a part of the Peanuts family, because I know it means a lot to all of us that everybody still loves this project that we all were blessed to be a part of. And hey, Derek, thank you for buying the personal one-on-one chat, man. It was good to finally meet you and get to see you in person. And it was just great to get to answer all the questions. I hope we entertained you guys a little bit.
Thanks, Jeremy. We'll see you in a few minutes. Ginny, how about you?
I just want to say thank you so much. This experience has been wonderful for me, and the fans are incredible. I'm so grateful for everybody that's joined us today. Derek, thank you so much for your part in this. Sam, Mason, thank you so much for putting this on. I'm grateful for the other voices, and just glad to be here. And I hope everybody buys something, and I hope everybody comes back and stays logged on.
All right, take care, Ginny. All right, Brad, Charlie Brown, take it away.
Thank you. Thanks everyone that showed up. Thank you everyone that's purchasing either a picture or a pop. We're going to take really, really good care of you. Thank you very much, Derek and Sam, for putting on the show. Thank you, Angela, Stacy, Jenny, Jeremy. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for showing up today. And it was a great time. And after the whole COVID fun is all finished, I look forward to seeing everyone and hopefully meeting some people out there as we actually get to go to the conventions again and start meeting our fans again, which really been a sad year. That the only thing we can do to meet our fans and do these things are like the Zoom meetings. It's something, but it's so impersonal after spending decades out, in the field with people and being able to kind of experience that. But this has been actually really incredible. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brad.
You got it. Thank you.
So a reminder, guys, stick with us after the credits. You'll be able to buy, even if you've already bought something, they're going to sign it live for you. And if you want to buy something new, they're going to sign it live for you. I'm going to have my phone in my hand in a few minutes. I'm going to go to each table so you can see the pictures that they have available, and we'll just figure out how to do it. And if it takes an hour or two, we will make sure that we get to everyone. My tech guy, Tyler, is going to try and stand by and allow your video to actually be activated while they're signing your piece. That way you can actually say thank you to the actor directly. I once again have to thank our great supporters this week. Be More Super Podcast, thank you so much. Nerd Alert News, thank you so much. Beckett Media, thank you so much to all the Twitter and social media people out there. Again, our host today, Sam Mason, and he also brought the Peanuts gang to Cool Waters. Sam, I thank you so much for helping us put this together. My tech guy, Taylor, couldn't do this without you, and my webmaster, Sarah. Until next time, guys, thanks so much. Stay safe, and here come the credits. We'll see you all in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. Yep. Okay, so guys, first of all, tech guy Tyler, can you hear me, and are you getting any feedback from me?
Nope, not now. You're good to go.
You can text me, Tyler. You can't hear me. Okay, why can you not? Oh, okay, there we go. Tech Guy Tyler, can you hear me now? And can you see me now? There was no feedback. And you can hear me, right? Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with us for those of you who did. I'm going to ask that you all be very patient because, you know, we've got, you know, quite a few orders to go through here, and I want to make sure that we get to everyone. I will go as fast as I can, but I also don't want mistakes to happen, okay? So we're going to start with the people who already had their pre-orders in. Okay, so that means you've already ordered something before the show went live today. If you're ordering something now that you want to see the guy sign, I'm going to do those after we get through all the pre-orders first, okay? And the way we're going to do it, I'm going in no particular order. I've got a pile here. I'm just going to go one at a time. If you're on, I need you to make yourself known in the chat room, okay? So when I say your name in the chat room, tell my tech guy Tyler you're here. Just say I'm here, whatever, so that he can make your video go live, so that you can see me and the actors, and we'll have your items signed. Okay, that's how we're going to run this. Hopefully, it will go off without a hitch. Okay, and maybe what I can do is, let's just start telling people what order we're going to go in, and that way you guys kind of know where you're going to be. Okay, so here's how we're going to go. Okay, and again, these are in no particular order, but this is how we're going to go. Okay, our first person will be Carl McDonald. Our second person is going to be Joshua Gunter. Our next person is going to be Joseph Ortenzio. Our next person is going to be Jillian Davis. Our next person is going to be Lisa Pazjusi. Our next person is going to be Hugh Leong Chu. Our next person is going to be John Bailing. Our next person is going to be Robert Argent. Our next person is going to be Sheila Sampson. The person after that will be Charles Richardson. The person after that will be Margaret Leclerc. The person after that will be Ken Matos. The person after that will be Mark Nelson. The person after that will be William Grinnolls. I'm sorry, guys, if I mispronounce your name. Person after that will be Jeff Coleman. The person after that will be Oliver Kinup or Kink Up, Kirk Up. Oliver, I'm sorry if I screwed up your name. Person after that will be David Baldwin. Person after that will be Joseph Violetta. Person after that will be Anna Pinalez. Anna Pinalez. Sorry. Person after that will be Charles Parker. Person after that will be Autographs Emporium. Person after that will be Tony Oates. Person after that will be Troy Stewart. Person after that will be Samantha Wagner. And then Chris Tyson will be last. Now, guys, keep in mind, some of these people may not be watching right now. And if they're not watching, we will move on to the next person, so that the people that are actually staying with us live, we get you out of the way. Anyone who's not with us live will get it signed. We're going to take pictures of everything, and everything will be Beckett witnessed here on site. I'm the Beckett witness, okay? So to keep my tech guy Tyler from going crazy, when you're in the chat room and you're saying you're here, only say you're here when it's your turn, because if you all start saying you're here now, he's going to get lost, okay? So the only person right now who should be saying they're here is Carl McDonald. And when my tech guy Tyler has you, we're going to make your video go live. If you're not here, then we'll move on to the next person. And just give us about another 5 minutes. Everyone's just finishing up their restroom breaks and having a quick snack, and then we're going to jump right back on with you guys, okay? So Carl, you'll be up first. Nope, you're good. We're going to try and do it all with my phone, and then if I run out of battery, I may need to borrow someone's phone, but we'll try it. So, okay. All right, so about 5 minutes, guys, okay? 5 minutes, please. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yours.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mine. Mine. These are yours. I think the rest of these are yours.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Tyler, if you've got Carl with us, can you make his video live, please, so that I can see him and talk with him?
Don't have Carl.
Please and thank you. Oh, I go by Derek. Oh, okay. So, Tyler, bring on Derek. What is your screen name? Derek McDonald. So Tyler, bring on Derek McDonald. There we go. Hi, Derek. You can take yourself off of mute. Okay, Derek, I have your order here, and you ordered this picture, and you have two of them, and one is to Derek, and one is signed with no personalization. Is that correct?
One's to Earl.
Whoops. Wait, I can't hear you. Give me 1 second. Why? There we go. Okay, say it again.
One of them should be to Earl.
To Earl. Okay, let me add that. No problem. Is that E-A-R-L?
Yes.
No problem. Great. How'd you enjoy the show today, Derek?
Oh, I loved it.
You loved it? Good. Well,
Yep.
please make sure that you blast us out on social media so that they'll join us for other in-house cons. And we appreciate you being with us today.
I was talking to Jeremy on that one-on-one. I have a friend, Earl Music. That's who one of these are for. Excuse me. He's a cartoonist. And he was actually good friends with Charles Schultz.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Very cool. We're just waiting for everybody to come back from their little restroom breaks and smoke breaks and sandwich breaks, so just bear with us.
No, that's fine.
We've never done this before with in-house cons, so we're going to see how this goes, but trying to
Will you
make
let me know? Will you just give me a holler when you want us back on camera?
yeah, right now who I need is Jeremy, because we're going in no particular order, so at some point, if you guys are ready, come back and sit down. They're all over at the craft services table. They don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna come right back. Just my daughter's in a lesson right now. I have 11-year-old amazing daughter who's a talented actress herself and voice actor.
Oh, wow. Very cool, Angela. Okay.
I'll be right. So just holler and I'll be listening to run back.
Oh, great. Okay. So guys, just so that some of you know, that was, for those of you that are sticking with us, you just heard Angela chime in. Now, Angela has pre-signed some of her photos, but what we'll do is we'll have her come back on. I'll show you the photo that she signed so that you can say thank you to her. And then if there's anything new that you want to get signed, again, she can't do it live right here, but we'll take the order, we'll get it done for you. But again, she can say hi to you really quick, live on camera. All right, let me go see if I can track down Jeremy, and we'll get going.
Okay.
All right, he's on a quick phone call, so just hang tight. He'll be with us. So while we're waiting, I will only go one ahead. I will only go one ahead so that we're ready. So Joshua Gunter, you're going to be on deck. Joshua, if you're here, please say you're here in the chat room. If you're not, we will move on. Joshua Gunter, are you here? Good. Okay, stay right there, Joshua. All right, and Joshua, I have you down for this photo, and you want it to be inscribed to Joshua, and you want them to write happy birthday. I'm only gonna have one of them write happy birthday because there won't be enough room for each of them to do it, okay? I'll have Brad do it since he's Charlie Brown, and then the rest of them will just sign it. Okay, so hang with me. Jeremy's back, and I'm gonna ask him to sit. So Jeremy, if you're ready, you can sit, and I'm gonna come over to you for the first one, okay? All right, let me get my phone out. Zoom. All right, here I am. Oh, and it would help if I flipped it. How do I flip my camera? I can't. Screw it. I'll go like this. Hopefully I'm getting you on. All right, here we go. So Derek, you can't see him, I don't think, but Jeremy, there's a gentleman named Derek McDonald on.
Yes, Derek. We talked on the private chat. How
Absolutely.
You doing, my friend?
So these are for him and his friend Earl.
Awesome. Do you have a blue? He's requested blue.
Once again, I appreciate all this.
All right, you'll have to forgive me. I got to make sure I'm taking pictures as well because we include those with our certificates. That one.
That's good.
Derek, you turned off your
Zoom. This is new and exciting. Okay, and here comes the one for Derek. Okay, let me get a picture of that. The only thing I was hoping we could see the person. How do I do that? Ah, there he is. Perfect. Now you can see him.
Hey, Derek. Good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So we got these both for you guys here.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, there you go, sir.
Yep, thank
I'll
you.
talk to you soon, man.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to our next one. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Thank you, sir. Okay, running back to my desk. Everyone bear with us. Okay. So Derek, thank you very much. We will see you later.
Yep.
And we're moving on to Joshua. So Tyler, can you make Joshua go live, please? Joshua Gunter. And on deck will be Joseph Ortenzio. So Joseph, stand by. And Joshua Guntner is having the entire cast sign. So Brad, I'm going to start with you. Tyler, bring up Joshua Guntner, please. Tech guy Tyler, can you bring up Joshua Guntner's video, please?
Thank you.
There we go. Hi, Joshua.
Hey.
All right, bear with me. I'm going to bring you your item over here.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. I've got your picture in my hand.
Okay.
We're going to start with Brad. So Brad, you're going to be the only one to write happy birthday on here because there's not going to be a lot of room and then everyone else will just sign it, okay? All right, let me switch this over. You can see Brad, you can see Joshua right here on screen, Brad.
Hey, Joshua, what's up? Let me see. What do you think would be the best?
I would do either a silver,
Got a
up,
nice
like up in
bronze.
here, or bronze.
Got a
Perfect.
nice bronze, brand new bronze.
Yeah, great.
There we go. All right. So did you want it like to Joshua, happy birthday, that kind of?
Yeah, just whatever you
To Joshua,
that's
happy
fine.
birthday.
Wait, let me put the volume up.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
yeah,
say
just
that again.
whatever Brad thinks is best, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch really quick here, Joshua, and get a picture of this so it can be included when we mail it out.
Okay.
Great. Okay, and then Joshua, I'm going to also show you the table here. If there's something else that you want, we can do another order for you. If not, you're good. Those are the single prints, and then there's a big, this is, I believe, a 16 by 20 print that everyone has the ability to get. I'll have to work out how to do that online, but you just let me know. And if you don't want anything else, don't worry about it. We're getting what you did order signed. So, okay, I believe Brad's done with that one. Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you,
awesome,
sir.
Brad. Thank you. Yes.
Take care, Joshua.
All right, let's go
You
over to Stacy with this one.
Hey,
Okay, and you should be able to see Joshua on screen here, Stacy.
Hi.
hey, Stacy.
How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing great. Signing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to write happy birthday because there won't be room, so you can just sign it.
Okay, I haven't used this pen yet, so let's make sure.
Okay.
Oh, well, where'd that? Yeah, I want that fancy thing he's got going here.
Okay.
Oh, well, I don't can't use blue, but I can use gold.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then we
All
have Stacy,
right.
Tolkin,
Hello.
so also known as Sally, Derek.
Hello. Hi.
So once again,
Woo.
guys, we are
Right there. How's that work for you?
Oh, yeah,
Where are
that's
you at
great.
today? Are you in California?
Oh, I'm actually down in Georgia.
I could tell you had an accent. That's why I was asking. Have a good
Oh, yeah,
day.
thank you.
All right, moving on. We'll go to Jeremy here.
So I'm going to take this over here to Gini and let her sign this one right here for you.
Can I swap with you? The dog ate this.
Yes.
Hi, puppy.
All right.
Okay.
We have lunch and snacks.
Yeah.
Of course, everything's going on. So this one is going to Mark Nelson.
Are we putting the name down, or are we just
No, just
my shtick?
your shtick.
Okay.
So you do your shtick.
Okay.
And I'm going to be bouncing back and forth, guys. So
There you go, man.
sure that you,
Hey.
Happy birthday, Joshua. Great name,
Thanks,
by the way.
Jeremy.
It's my little brother's name. I love it.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
All right, perfect. And we're going to go over to
as you
Ginny
can see,
next.
let's see. We've got some of these things right here. We've got, hold that up for me.
There you go, my
There
dear.
you go. Thank you, dear.
All
All
right.
right, here we go.
Hey, hi.
Hey,
How are you?
Yes, sir.
I'm good. You?
Your shtick
I'm
is
good,
Mark
thank
Nelson.
you. Okay, does it matter where?
You can go here because
Right there?
space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I can tell you for a long now, Peppermint is my favorite. Let's just not let everybody else hear that, okay?
I can't hear him. What'd you say?
No, I was saying since we're alone now, you know, Peppermint Patty's my favorite. Let's just not let everybody else know that.
Oh, you told Sally that too. I know you did.
Right.
Autographs for females or people who ask for it.
I should probably change to a lighter pen for
Oh,
the
no,
darker ones, huh?
That's fine. It works. Perfect.
There you go. Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye. Take care.
Okay, so there you go, sir. We appreciate that. We're going to move on to our next fan.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. All right, so that's Joshua. Perfect. Thank you so much, Joshua.
Thanks.
All right, so our next person on deck should be, wait, let me put this down. We're getting feedback. Okay, our next person on deck should be Joseph Ortenzio, and then Jillian Davis. You're going to be next. So Joe Ortenzio is here. Tyler, please make him live. And Jillian Davis, if you're here, please go in the chat room and tell us that you're here, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Charlie Brown. This one is for Mark Nelson.
Jillian, last call if you're here. Jillian is not here, so we'll get her done after. So after we do Joe Ortenzio, the next person online will be Lisa Pazcuzzi. Lisa Pazcuzzi, please notify us if you're here. Lisa Pazcuzzi in the chat room, please notify us if you're here. Joe, hang on, I see you there. Just give me 1 second. Okay, last call for Lisa Pazcuzzi. If you're here to watch your item get signed live, please notify us in the chat room. Last chance. Nope. Okay, moving on. So next person on will be Chu Hu Liang or Hu Liang Chu. If you're here, Chu, please notify us in the chat room. Chu Hu Liang, if you're here, notify us in the chat room, please. Okay, last call for Chu He Liang. No, he's not here. Okay, we'll get his done after. Okay, Teresa Swink or John Bailing. Teresa Swink or John Bailing. If you guys are here, okay, there they are, John. Okay, John, you stay right there for me, okay? All right, so Joe, we're going to get your item signed. Joe ordered a cash shot signed by everyone. And he wants it to Joe. I have it standing by right here. So Joe, this is, whoops, my video's off. Here we go. So Joe, this is going to be yours. As you see, we've already got the one there for you. So let's go over and get everyone else. Unmute. Here we go. I'm going to start with Gini.
Hi. Who am I signing for right now?
This is to Joe, and I'm going to switch it. Let me put the volume up.
Okay. Hi, Joe.
Okay, there we go.
Hey.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for having us sign this.
Thanks. This makes me miss in-person conventions.
I know, right? But at least we have this.
Okay.
True.
All right, let's see. I don't want to smush hers. Okay.
Canvases. I will go ahead and get these canvases done while we're here.
Okay, and I'm going to
Be careful with this. It's very wet.
I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, and
there you go. Thanks, Joe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Bye.
Here we go, Joe. Moving on to the next one. We'll stop at Jeremy's table. Jeremy, this is Joe.
I got puppies from you. So, did Joe want this too?
To Joe. Yeah.
The man comes. I'm like a Boy Scout.
Pop sign for you right now.
Honey, does this go back in here when I'm done? Sam?
Jeremy has signed that one. Okay, let's see.
There it is.
Hannah, there you
Exactly
go.
the way she requested it.
Okay. Fantastic. Look at that.
Woohoo!
Yeah, go ahead and put that in the box, set off the side.
Okay, and then this, there's extension 2.
Okay, go ahead and put that one back in the
Got
plastic.
it.
Jeremy signing another one for Derek.
Put this here.
Okay. Brad is getting ready to sign his there.
When am I signing here?
It's on my phone.
Aren't you signing the pocket or no?
Yep. Oh, this one.
Yes. That is what we're doing.
There you go, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoy it, man.
Thanks.
All right, now we're going to go over to someone else. Let's see. Stacy, let me interrupt you for 1 second.
No, I got it.
When you're done signing.
Stacy signing the canvases one at a time. Good. As soon as she is done with that, I will send it along.
All right, we're gonna sneak in here, Joe, to Stacy, okay?
Okay.
How you
Hi.
doing?
Great.
Good to see ya. Except I have a blue pen, so I need a different color. Hold on, because it'll blend in. I need a color pen.
What do you need?
I need like a gold or something flashy.
Flashy.
Flashy. Okay. There we go. Where am I over here? Okay. Here we go. All righty.
Thank
Let's
you.
see, I'll show it to you. There you go, Joe.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Have a good Saturday.
Thanks.
All right, now we're gonna come over to Brad. He's just signing a pop real quick. We'll be right with you.
All right, I'm popped up.
Jeremy has already signed this one, so I will hand this off to Brad.
I'm actually going to wait for this to dry.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's
No,
my
go ahead.
turn. It's my turn.
Okay, fine. You go ahead and do that then, Derek.
Okay, I need pens. Pens. Where did all my pens go? Oh, you're there.
Really?
I'm
You
not
really are a
going
blockhead,
to-
aren't you?
Good. What?
All right, I'm going to set this here for you, brother.
Okay. I'm going to use black because I'm the only one now.
One done, so that's
Anyone see where the gold was that I had?
There's a gold right there.
It's right there.
No, not the gold.
Right there, Brad.
Right there.
Oh,
Right on
thank
your
you.
table.
Got it. I get it.
Jumped off, so we can just wait until.
Can you go on your phone real quick to the page?
Hey, let me take a picture real quick.
If not, I'm going to feel really sick.
Okay, let's see. This right here, right? This is where your link goes to the help center.
No. I can take live right now.
Okay, but okay, where am I going to see the Kleenex? Okay, hold on.
Perfect, perfect.
Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. Here you go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Perfect. All right, Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You got it. Take care now. All right, guys, moving on. Put this down. Okay, so that was Joe. Okay, so we should have had John Bailing on deck. And next up after John will be Robert Argent. Robert, if you're here, please make yourself known in the chat room. Robert Argent, if you're here, please make yourself known in the chat room. Robert Argent, if you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Last call for Robert Argent. Nope, okay, we'll get him signed after. Okay, next up will be Sheila Sampson. Sheila, if you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Sheila Sampson, if you're here, make yourself known, please. Last call for Sheila Sampson. Okay, we'll have hers done after. John, stick with me here. Okay, next up would be a Charles Richardson. Charles Richardson, if you are here, make yourself known in the chat room. Charles Richardson, if you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Hello, hello. Last call for Charles Richardson. Okay, we'll get him done after, no problem. Okay, next up would be Margaret LeClaire. Margaret LeClaire, if you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Margaret LeClaire. Margaret LeClaire.
He's here.
Last call for Margaret LeClaire.
He's here.
Margaret is here. Perfect. Okay, Margaret, you stick with us. Okay, John Balig, you are up next. I have, hold on, I gotta get it. Here we go. So John, I have this picture for you. It's already been signed by Angela there. So now I'm gonna go get everyone else, okay?
Great, thank you. Thanks for doing these, they've been a lot of fun.
Switching to the phone, volume up. All right, John, can you hear me?
Yep, thanks for doing
Excellent.
these, they've been a lot of fun.
Absolutely, thank you. My first stop will be Ginny. Ginny, this is for John.
John.
Hello, how are you?
John.
Good,
to
how
see
you doing? You too.
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, thank you for coming. These have been a lot of fun.
have you enjoyed watching it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Completely.
Your battery's low, by the way.
Oh, great. I'm going to have to steal someone's phone.
Okay.
There you go.
I know what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Okay, let me get a picture here.
So I'll read through the list again and we'll get going on just autographs of what we have left and what else is going on. Again, I do apologize for the difficulties. Victor Oates is in the house. Victor Oates in the house.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, we're going to move on to Jeremy next. This is for John. Jeremy.
Hello, thanks for coming.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Thanks for showing up, man. Really appreciate it.
It's been fun.
Yes, to purchase something today going on now. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera and we will get going. All right, and we're going to start out with Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, what have we
Gina,
have?
do you
What is
have
happening?
my battery's going to die and I don't have a, do you have a Mophie? A Mophie, a battery, external battery?
I apologize if I butcher your name. I have no clue how to
do, but I
pronounce
don't
some
know
of
if
your
it's
names.
charged.
So,
Let me go check.
Okay, these are from the Autograph Emporium. As you can see, Jeremy Miller has already signed this one. Angela Sloan has signed it. And
John, hope you
Stacy
enjoy, man.
Great, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
himself has already signed it right now.
Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to go over to Stacy next.
Hi. I'm busy hanging out with the dog.
Oh, those
Hi,
dogs
John.
are the best. Hi.
They are. It's so cute. It's a little one over here.
I know. I have a little dog too. He's under the
What
cover.
kind?
He's just a muttly guy. I got him from the shelter.
Oh, I love it. I have 3 from the shelter. My favorite.
It's the only way to go.
Get a pen real quickly from Brad. 1 second. I didn't bring my own, clearly.
Do any of you guys have Mophies?
All my little soldier dog could do when I first got him was hide. Yeah, thanks.
Right here? Do you want me to put it here? Yeah?
Oh yeah, sure, wherever you think.
Yeah, if you don't mind, maybe I will, because otherwise.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Have a good Saturday.
You too.
Here, Brad, we're going to move over to you.
Hello.
So what,
Thanks for coming.
Post it.
That's exactly where I'm going to go.
Oh, I didn't realize the logo
No,
was there.
I'm just gonna go right through
Okay,
here.
good.
always takes over my space.
Always, huh?
You write so big.
And
Brad,
sometimes he
Victor said,
spells
"What's
it
going
wrong.
on, bud?"
Who said?
He said, "How's it going?"
What's up, buddy?
Victor?
It's all good, man. Always.
Okay, Jeremy, if I can get you to sign one of the orange backgrounds.
Hi, sweet girl.
Let's
Hi,
find
Mom.
the orange background here. Here we go. Take one of those out there, please. Thank you, sir.
Babies.
Okay. That 16 by 20 is for Jeff Coleman.
Perfect, thank you.
So nice.
Right?
I want one too.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good
All
day.
right, thank you, John. Appreciate that. So, Brad, if I can use your phone, it would be easier. My phone's easier, I think. So all you have to do is go to the same link in your email for the Zoom and open it. It's still active, and it'll come on. And then I'll grab it in 1 second. Yeah, for our Zoom. Okay, John. So there you go. We've got that sorted for you, and I appreciate it.
Great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Take care now.
You too.
All right. So we should have. That is okay. So we should have Margaret LeClaire active. So Tyler, let's get her on. So next on deck should be Ken Matos. Ken Mados, are you there? Ken Mados, if you're here, please tell us in the chat room. Margaret, hang tight with me. All right, last call for Ken Mados. Notify us if you're in the chat room, please. Last call for Ken Mados. No, okay, so we'll get them done after. So Margaret, you're gonna be next, okay? And I have for you, this photo, and it says no personalization. Is that correct? Wait, you probably can't hear me. Now you can. I have this but no personalization. Is that correct?
Yes, but if possible, could Charlie Brown sign XOXO?
Charlie Brown and Snoopy show.
Sorry, say that again, Margaret.
All of these characters are
If when Charlie Brown autographs, could I get an XOXO?
Oh yeah, okay. I'll ask him. I'll go to him first so I don't forget, because I'll forget. Okay.
I am so fangirling right now. It ain't even funny.
Love that.
My heart is racing.
All right, here we go.
Derek, if you'll unmute that.
Mute. Okay, can you hear me, Margaret?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Margaret.
Hi, Brad. Can you please put an XOXO next to your autograph, please?
Let's see. Victor says, let's see a little.
Yes, he's going to do the XOXO.
Oh, wonderful! Charlie Brown has always been my favorite. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
All right, now we're going to go over to Stacy. Hold on, I'm having a problem with the sound.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
I can hear it coming on your computer.
Okay, that works.
Hi, how are you?
Oh,
I saw that you were typing in the chat with us today, weren't you?
yes, I was jumping the gun on a lot of questions and everything.
I'm having a hard time hearing, but I think she said she was. I remember I was typing to you.
Yes, I'm just beside myself.
William Johnson.
I'm loving it.
So if you would sign that one, sir. William Johnson, this one is for you, my friend. He said.
Here we go. And you get XOs too for me.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, perfect. We're moving on.
Yes, to William.
We're going to do Gini next.
All right.
Okay, sorry about that.
Go from Jeremy.
I had to say bye to Mom.
No problem. This is Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
How are you? Oh, look, you have a Snoopy doll.
Yes, I got a
love
Snoopy
it.
t-shirt on
Look at
too.
that. Oh, you are so awesome. That's
And
rad.
I'm actually sitting on a bed made with Snoopy sheets,
You're
with
kidding
Snoopy pillows, and a Snoopy comforter. My whole house is an homage to Charles Schultz and the Peanuts gang.
I love that. That is so awesome. That is so cool.
And like I said, I am just so fangirling right now. It ain't even funny.
Oh, you are so sweet. Aw. You are so sweet. Oh, I'm so glad.
Angela, if you go on.
Do you have a preference as to where you want me to sign this?
Anywhere you want.
Okay, I'm gonna go
If you
under
want
Brad's
that-
big old signature.
If you want to add an XOXO too, I will not say no.
We have the PayPal link.
What, say again?
So feel free to.
If you want to add an XOXO like the others, I will not say no.
You got it. I'm gonna add an extra X and an extra O.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's see. We have William Vernoy.
Oh, I'm running out of room.
Stacy?
Shoot. Okay.
Brad, it's your font for William Vernoy. You bought a set.
And then I'm gonna say XOXO, and there's your extra XO.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Love.
Love to you too.
All right, we're gonna go over to Jeremy now.
Victor, yes. I will
This is Margaret,
absolutely
and she
show
wants you to write XOXO after your signature, please.
So here we go, Victor. There it is right there, my friend. Okay. All right. Jeremy's doing some more stuff for Derek. There's Derek again.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
okay. Did Sam and
Oh my
Lance ever
gosh.
get back to you with what
Personalized to somebody?
No, I don't see them.
Well, that one I think is from his list. I don't know. Yeah.
You have my phone. I don't know.
There you go, Margaret.
Thank you.
Got the XO in there for you. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Margaret. We will get that mailed off to you.
Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Margaret.
All right. Take care, Margaret. All right, so guys, I don't know why I'm getting so much feedback. Okay, just to do some last calls again in case I missed anybody from that first batch, okay? If you're here, please make yourself known in the chat room, okay? Tyler, can you hear me? Come on, Tyler, come on live for a minute and tell me you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, okay, okay, great, thank you. Okay, so do we still have, or did Ken Mados by chance show up? Ken Mados. Ken Mados. No, okay. Charles Richardson, make yourself known in the chat room if you're here. Charles Richardson. Charles Richardson. No, okay. Sheila Sampson, if you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Sheila Sampson. No, okay. Robert Argent. Robert Argent, make yourself known. Chu Hu Liang or Hu Liang Chu, are you here? No, okay, no problem. Okay, Lisa Pazzucci, sorry, Lisa Pazuzzi or Pascucci, could be Pascuzzi. Lisa Pascuzzi, are you here, Lisa? No, okay. And Jillian Davis. Jillian Davis. No? Okay. Okay, guys, hold on. We're going to get to the next batch here. Oh, Margaret, we just did. That goes over here. Okay. All right, everyone bear with me for 1 second. We got that. Okay, guys, so just so that you know, Sam is working on some of the other list as well. So Mark Nelson, William Grinnells, Jeff Coleman, Oliver Kingrup, David Baldwin, Joseph Violetta, Anna Pinales, Charles Parker, Autograph Emporium, Tony Oates, Troy Stewart, Samantha Wagner, David Baldwin and Chris Tyson. Sam's doing you guys on the Facebook chat thing, so you guys are all there, okay? So I'm handling direct orders that came in through Cool Waters so that we don't have any issues. So now I'm gonna go to our email and see if we've had any orders live while we were on. So bear with me, guys. If you did do an order, we're gonna get you taken care of right now. Okay, so Lee R. Golden. Lee R. Golden. If you are here, make yourself known in the chat room. Lee R. Golden. Lee R. Golden, if you're here. Perfect. Tech guy Tyler, please make Lee R. Golden's thing live, please. And I'll be with you guys in 1 second. I just need to make sure that I am sorting out. Okay, over here. The win. Guys, just bear with me, okay? I'm with the new orders coming in, I got to make sure that I don't screw up anything. Bear with me, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take care of everyone. Everyone. Okay. All right, bear with me, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay. All right, so what do I have? I have Lee LR. Oh, Leah is who it is. So Leah, you're here. You're live. Hi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
So I'm out of the blue background, but it's the same picture. It's this one. It's the cast. Okay.
Oh, that's fine. Yes, thank you.
Personalizing this.
Yes, please.
To who?
To me, Leah.
E-A-H.
Correct.
All right, great. We're gonna go over now. And any other live orders that are coming in, guys, stick with us. We're gonna do them one at a time, okay? I see that we do have a few to get to, so just bear with us, guys. All right, Leah, here we go. All right, we're gonna go to Gini. Unmute. Probably gonna run out of that. Okay, there we go.
Hi, Leah. How are you?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Say again?
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for doing this. It's
Awesome.
awesome.
It's awesome. I'm excited about it.
This one right here, peppermint patties getting ready to go. We also, if you want, Derek, any of the other 8x10s, 11x14s, or 16x20s, if you want to sell those as well, you're welcome to. So just let me know what's going where.
You got it.
Leah, there you go.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna go over to Stacy next, Leah.
Hi, what do we got today?
This is for Leah.
Hi, Leah. How you doing?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
Okay, let's see. I'm going to use this one. Alrighty. Let's see.
Jason Buren's in the house, the one man himself.
Awesome. Thanks, Leah.
Great.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good Saturday.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna do Brad next.
We got these that are going out, and I already read off a bunch of names.
Hi, how are you?
What color?
Wait, where's the gold?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
My Saturday. Bravo.
Thank
that was good.
Thank you.
You guys have been awesome in sharing.
You already did it in gold. How am I gonna do it in gold?
Thank you for helping out and being a part of the indie family.
Family color?
Those of you guys that don't know, I am an indie filmmaker, primarily specializing in horror, and part-time publicist and promotional guy. And you know, it was amazing to put this event together, and I'm honored to have the characters. So, yeah. So, what do you got here, Sally?
Oh, hi. I just signed my name on this big beautiful one. Look at this. I like this one.
That one's amazing.
The colors and the contrast.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to Jeremy next. Oh.
That's our Easter.
That's one of my favorites.
All right, here we go.
And does Lee want it personalized?
Yes.
So Gini actually designed those and got those sent out. We use a company called, what was it? It was bannersonthecheap.com. And they were phenomenal. Quick turnaround time, great.
They look good.
They're amazing.
Really
I mean,
nice.
look at Brad. I mean, that guy is handsome.
He should change that picture.
I know. I mean, the guy in the poster.
The little Charlie Brown on the right.
There you go, Lee.
Great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I hope you like it.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
All right, Lee. We will get Angela to sign that for you after, but hold on. I believe Angela is still online, I think. Angela, if you're there, how do I turn this thing off?
I am here.
Angela, could you say hi to Leah for us, please?
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
How are you? It's such a pleasure to like at least get to see you via the amazing technology of today's world.
Oh, agreed. Thank you so much for joining this. It's been great.
It really is an honor, and it's an honor for like you, like getting to meet people that love the Peanuts family just like we do, and so it's an honor.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks so much for coming.
Oh, thank you.
I'm being COVID safe, so I wasn't able to be at the event today, but right before the event, Stacy, Heather, Tolkin, Sally came to my house, and I got to sign all the autographs, and I took videos and I took pictures. So I'll be able to share those with you, even though I couldn't be there. But since we're all on the video anyway, it seems to work.
Absolutely. It's such a great medium to be able to do things like this and not even, have to travel or be in person, for someone like me who I don't travel a lot. So to be able to participate is really awesome.
That means so much. And we're really honored that we could do this in these difficult times, because it makes it fun, doesn't it? It gives us something to look forward to. And actually, it's even more personal, like getting to see you in your home.
Yes.
And you're so it's an honor. It's lovely to meet you, and thank you so much for supporting the Peanuts and our show.
Oh, well, thank you, and I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. You're awesome.
Right back at you. Lovely to meet you. Stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I guess we're still here.
Yeah. So what are you doing right now?
No, I'm here. Sorry. She's gone. All right, Angela, we may have more for you in a minute, so go feed your peanut.
But once I hear you, I'll be right back in, okay?
No problem. All right, our next person is going to be, we have a Sunny Southworth. If you're here, make yourself known. This is Send Home with Jeremy. I'm his mom. Oh, Jeremy, your mom ordered a pop. Okay. I don't know if mom's watching, but I'm going to go get a pop sign. So that's cute. All right.
They're here.
They're here. Tyler says they're here. So, oh, and let me make sure if it needs to be personalized or just signed. No, just signed. Okay.
So this autograph sometimes. Okay, those are all ready for you.
There they are.
Hi, Bubby.
Derek, unmute the phone there. There you go.
We'll get that authenticated, and that'll go home with Jeremy. All right,
That's
thank you so
right.
much. Okay, next up. So, hi.
I don't see my boy.
All right, let's see.
Where's Jeremy?
He is over here. Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
You know there's rumors about me. Come on.
What are those rumors?
Hi, Bubsy.
Hi, Mama Bear.
You
Mwah.
left. I didn't know you left this morning.
We're having so much fun.
I've been watching. It looks awesome. And I didn't know there were pops, or I'd have bought
Yeah.
it a long time ago.
Well, we'll make sure we get some.
Okay.
You see
love
Brad?
you. I did see Brad.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Bob.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You guys are having
Good.
too much
Hope
fun.
to actually see you soon again.
That would be nice. See humans. Have fun, buddy.
All right, thank you so much.
Hey, you guys did a great job. I loved it.
Oh, thank you. All right. Next up. Feedback is driving you nuts. Ingrid Warden, if you're here, make yourself known. Michelle, I did not hear my name on the list and you pre-ordered. Okay. Michelle Smalling, hold on. We'll take care of it. I don't know why I don't have your order here. You know what? I'll look it up. Michelle, just type into the chat room what you ordered and I'll get it taken care of, okay? And I'll be with you in 1 second. So I need Ingrid Warden. If you're here, make yourself known in the chat room. Ingrid, if you're here. Ingrid. Michelle, hold on, I'll be right with you. Whoops. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. Huh? No dying. I almost just killed myself. Okay. Michelle, 8517. Michelle Smalling. Oh, it's right there. Or no, sorry, it's right there. Yeah. Are you running out?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to do this one because there were certain ones with protectors.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you need it? You want to shoot something with it? I can use the other one.
No, I just want to make sure that I have. Take it.
I didn't know what.
No.
Is it for somebody? Because I have.
After, yeah. That's what I'm saying. As long as
then-
you have more.
I just some with pops. Okay.
You're good. You're good. No, you can have that one though.
Okay. I just didn't know if you needed it for something.
No, not right this second. We're good. I promise. I promise. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I'm using Brad's phone. Yeah. Okay, Michelle is 8517. All right, Michelle, if you're still here, Tyler, can you make Michelle's video go live, please? Michelle Smalling. Michelle Smalling, bring her video live, please. Michelle Smalling's video go live. Tyler, if they're not here, log on and.
He's coming.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I can't hear you, Michelle, but you're there, so I'm gonna go get your photo signed, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, Gini? Unmute.
Unmute.
There we go.
Hi, I can hear you now. Can I take this off?
Yes.
Hey, Jeremy, if you want, go ahead and take a couple of those white ones and sign those. And then if you want to sign a couple of these, it's basically.
I always break. I'm like, what's my name? Like, I don't even. What's wrong with me?
Let's see. Bill said he was in the Zoom meeting, sort of. Joseph said that's what I meant, sir. He wasn't sure he was in there. We sure did.
Okay, Michelle. There you go. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a fan.
All right, Michelle, we're gonna move on to someone else. Maybe Jeremy, I just stopped him from signing something.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I think it was a little bit of bold.
You got something for me?
Yes.
What we got?
Here.
Ooh.
That one.
Hi,
Look
Topsy.
at that, guys.
This is
amazing.
beautiful.
Angela Joseph said, I shared it with Legion M. Thank you so much. You definitely go both ways, Sam. Geez, thanks.
We knew this.
I know, right? Let's see.
There you go, Michelle.
Am I pronouncing
Hope you like
right,
it.
Bill? He said, thanks all
Moving
of you.
on. We'll do Stacy because Brad's in the middle of signing
What do we
something.
got here? Hi, Michelle. How you doing? It's hard. I think it's hard to hear. Let's see. Oh, Brad, can I? Oh, never mind. I thought. Sorry, Michelle. Yeah.
Justin Bissell says, hey, my brother wants to give one, but he's a veteran as he debates on the first.
There you go, Miss Michelle.
He can purchase.
Have a good Saturday.
Don't worry about it, Justin. We got you. We'll take care of it.
All right, we're gonna go to Brad next.
Hi.
Don't worry.
Hey,
Michelle.
Says everyone was happy and like they're having fun. Yay, love it.
Right here.
All right. Bill Granoy says close enough. LOL. My
Oh,
apologies.
good
I
grief.
butcher everybody's name. One of the things when I had my own podcast was that I was known for butchering everybody's name. So my apologies. I will probably butcher your name. I think it took me like a year to get it tied.
Thank you, sir.
Correct.
Hi, Michelle.
My apologies, guys.
All right, Michelle, there you go. We're gonna get Angela to do yours after, but I'm gonna have her come on live and say hello to you right now.
Yes, I'm.
Hold on. There she is. Angela, you're muted. Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but now I can't hear Michelle. Michelle, are you muted? No? We can't hear you, but Angela, say I love you.
I love you, Michelle. And I'm so happy. Oh, I see you. I see you. Thank you so much for coming out well, we get to stay home, right? Thank you for staying home and coming to find our Peanuts crew. We love you and appreciate you, Michelle. I know I can't hear you. Maybe you, I'm feeling you though. And, and loving. Thank you so much for being with us today.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Angela. We'll have you come back in a few minutes.
I'm on standby.
All right. Okay, Derek McDonald, I have your picture here, and you don't want your name on it. You just want them to write a catchphrase. So I will do that. So next on deck will be, oh, I hope we don't miss people. This is very hard for us doing it this way. Leah, did you order another one? Oh, brother. I can't, without a printer, this becomes very... Leah, if you ordered a second one, let me know. I don't know. Okay, next on deck after that, John Balig. I already did John. Why are these showing again? Oy. Okay, Joseph Cohen. Joseph Cohen, you're going to be next on deck after Derek McDonald gets his catchphrase one. So Joseph Cohen, you're next on deck, okay? Derek, here you are. I'm going to go over and get them to write a catchphrase for you. Here we go.
So if it speeds things up, you can skip Jerry.
All right, here we go. Ginny,
Hi.
this one is not personalized,
Okay.
but a catchphrase.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, best you can.
Okay. Hi. You want hiya Chuck or you want you sly dog?
Either one, and then I want you to sign
Which
it.
one?
I just don't want it made out to me.
Hold on. We're having a problem with the audio. Say it now.
I said I wanted her to like do a catchphrase, but have her still sign it.
Oh, yeah, no. The autograph is part of it automatically. She was asking, do you want her to write hi Chuck or you sly dog?
I told her either one.
Whichever one. Okay. Oh, I'm going to kill myself on this table.
Don't kill
Okay.
yourself. We need you.
Dealer's choice.
You got it.
Richard Navarro is watching. Say hi, Richard. What's up, Richard? All right, Jeremy, there he is. He's signing. Yes. Look at that picture he's signing. That is just phenomenal. Look at that. That's one of my favorite shots. That is amazing. Absolutely.
There you go, my friend. Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye.
All right, Jeremy, a catchphrase that you prefer.
Well, Linus only really had one, so we'll go with that.
Jeremy's somewhat close. Where's Stacy live?
Stacy lives in Santa Barbara.
Okay, so no, Stacy's not that close, but the rest of us are in somewhat the same.
Joe Locke says, I just paid, but I couldn't take the picture. Joe, if you will take a look at everything we have, do you want a group picture or do you want a individual picture? As you can tell, we have a lot of stuff. If you happen to see something, I will find them on.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
Fantastic.
There you go, Derek.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. We'll go to Brad next. Brad, he would like a catchphrase and then your
I
signature.
already know what I'm gonna write. I know what I'm gonna write. All right.
Okay, he needs to work out one.
You got it.
So,
Consider it done.
he said, can she inscribe it something cool? Absolutely.
Oh,
I will.
good
I will
grief.
absolutely do that for
Chris
you.
Bell is watching. Joe Locke says,
Let's go here.
Okay, here we go. Jeremy, look at that blanky picture, man. That is just phenomenal.
Thanks a lot, Brad.
These are some great.
Thanks, Mike. All right, and then over to Stacy.
Yeah. I just want to
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Okay, a catchphrase in your signature.
Catchphrase in my signature. Not your sweet Babu, but you are my sweet Babu.
We have Tom McCartney from the UK.
Tom, welcome. Welcome from across the pond.
Sweet.
Tom.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
That's gonna go. He's had 2 weeks. Yes, L from England. Mark Avenel, hello. Mark says hello, Peanuts gang.
Hi, Mark. What about that, my sweet Babu?
What about?
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go. Have a good Saturday.
All right, Derek. So we're going to have Angela sign that one after, but Angela will pop on right now to say hello to you.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can, Derek.
Okay. I think it's really awesome, all the other things you've been doing, because I really love music, and I think that's awesome that, you know, is there like, you have like a website or something on Facebook I can go to?
I do. I have a Facebook music page. It's Angela Lee Sloan Music, and I have an album on iTunes, Angela Lee Sloan, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I would love for you to go and listen. That's really lovely. What do you play? Are you a guitar player?
I don't play anything. I just love listening to it. I have no talent when it comes to
You know, if it wasn't for you, there'd be no room for performers, right? Because someone's got to. That's like 50% of the gig there, right there.
Yeah, like I like music so much. Like I have all the songs from 1950 to 2002, Billboard Top 100. I have every song.
I love that. I've been known to be. My friends used to call me a walking like radio. You could turn the dial no matter what station you go to, no matter what era. I'm a true lover of music, much like yourself. It's what makes me happy. So I love that you feel the same way.
Yeah, thanks a lot for doing this.
It's really an honor, and it's really lovely in times like these to have this connection.
Right, definitely.
Means so much. I can hear you, Derek, but not very well. So every time you speak, I go in like really close so I can hear you.
I don't know maybe my speaker's not very good in this computer. I don't know.
But it's enough that I can hear you. So.
Okay. All right. You take care.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a fan, and thank you for supporting us.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Derek, for running this.
I know, Derek. He's amazing. You've done such an amazing job, Derek, for bringing us all together and bringing all the fans here. I couldn't be more grateful. Your class act.
Thank you.
Yeah, really are.
All right, we'll be back with Angela again. Okay, so next up, Joseph Cohn. Can you upgrade to an... Oh, one of the dogs is freaking out because of the sirens, poor thing. Aw, poor baby. Can I upgrade to an 11 by 14? Yes, Joseph, I will sort that with you later via PayPal, but I will get it done for you now. Let me make a note of that. I'm gonna actually go do that right now, okay? And then on deck needs to be Alan Kultz. Alan Kultz, you're on deck after Joseph. So make yourself known in the chat room for your 2 bass picture, okay? And Joseph, I'm gonna get you that bigger print. All right. Unmute. No name. Oh wait. Blue Sharpie. Yeah, Brad, can we use this? Thanks. Name and character.
And a couple of pictures we autographed for him. And then we sought him out on Facebook and connected with him on a more personal level, and he became a very good friend of ours. So, Victor and Tony Oates, thank you guys so much for everything you guys do.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, and let me take that pin. All right, Brad. Blue Sharpie, name and character. Yep. Just name and character.
Okay, Joe Walk, there you go, sir.
Oh, we should talk about this too.
Oh, yes. Joy Pinky Castle made this cup for Jimmy. It is absolutely astonishing. Amazing. Joy, you're phenomenal.
We love you, Joy. Thank you. I use it every single day.
Perfect.
Yeah. Look at the straw.
All right. Oh, yep, put that right in the middle. That's fine. Yep. Because he's not here, right?
No.
All right, we're gonna go over to Stacy when she's done that one.
Well, hello. You move it out of the way.
Yeah, take your time.
Hello.
This pen, name and character.
This pen, no name. Oh,
Just your name
just
and
my
character.
name. I'm like, no name at all.
And character.
And character.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
That is what I'm talking about. Horror pictures, I want those for sure. Wow, those things are pretty cool. I don't know
There you
where
go.
Victor got those, so I don't know how many of them there are or how to
Perfect. Thank
Awesome. Have a good
you.
Saturday.
All right, and I need that pen.
Oh,
yep, you're good.
There you go.
All right, and now we're gonna run over to Ginny.
Yes.
This is gonna be name and character with the blue pen.
You got it.
You can go like over here.
Brad, we got those done? Good. All right, Brad, let me get you a sign. A couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these. So you want a couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these? Yes. And a couple of those. So you need a couple of these, a couple of these, a couple of these. Yes. Those. Which ones are those? Look at
There we go.
Perfect.
Who's it for?
It's well, I don't know if it's
Well,
for
there you
him, but
go.
it's for Joseph. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Joseph, there you go. We'll have Angela sign that after, but she's gonna come over or on now and say hello to you.
Unmute. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, Joseph. How are you?
I'm doing well.
What a pleasure it is to meet you and via this technology we have.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that you can connect through Zoom. You know, it's almost everything is being done this way through work and everything. So
Yeah, even our talk show, but it's really special because I think it's even more intimate, right, Joe? You know, it's like I see you, Joe, you're in your home, I'm in my home.
yeah, it doesn't beat the actual InHouse-CON experience, but this will be the closest thing until this COVID thing goes away. So
I agree. I agree. We're stoked that Derek put put this together for all of us to come together, and this is like it's honestly the first time all 5 of us have been together for a signing ever. So it's pretty special. It's pretty special. And I could be here, and it's an honor to meet you.
yeah, same here, same here. Derek's done a great job every Saturday doing these, so I'm glad that the 5 of you could do this.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
All right. Well, thanks, Joseph. I appreciate the support. And Angela, thank you. We might have you come back on in a minute. And Joseph, we'll get Angela to sign that for you later on, okay?
Thanks. Bye, Joseph.
All right. Alan Kultz, you are on deck. Are you there? Tyler, is Alan Kultz here?
Not that I can see.
No? Okay, he might have just ordered it. Okay, so now I think the rest of them, are just going to be signed. Yeah, our participants are emptying out the room. So guys, do me a favor. I'm gonna get them to sign a few other cast pieces of people that are not here. It's gonna take me about 5 minutes or so. If you ordered something and you wanted to watch it be done live and you're still watching right now, please stay on. Text Tyler in the chat room that you're here, okay? If you're not here to watch something get signed, I can actually have you guys sign off now. I'll say goodbye and thank you so much for joining us. And join us for the Billy D. Williams event at the end of the month. And then we're going to have one more event this month. We're waiting for one more actor to confirm. It's going to be not next weekend, but the weekend after. Other than that, we'll see you guys all later, okay? So again, if you're still waiting to get something signed live, I'm going to do it in about 5 to 10 minutes. Stay in the room, but tell my tech guy that you're here waiting, okay? All right. Thanks, guys.
LJ Joseph Caroli is watching. Scott, unfortunately, gets a strictly a virtual tour or a virtual reunion. So we worked really hard to bring it together for everybody.
I brought tons of pins.
I got a block. Sign above the character and then
So here you go, Chris. She is doing it. Look at that. Got good.
and then you said across the chest on this one, right? You said across the chest on that.
Right. Let me see. Just so you are aware, Chris, Rodriguez is in the house. Laughing buddies. Barry James Cruz, Julie says, hi, Jeremy. Julie, how you doing? Julie. I'm not even going to Mark Nelson and Julie are watching. Oh, Mark, we already got you taken care of, brother. What was it, Mark Nelson? Mark got Mark Nelson. Mark Nelson. Oh, he got a season like 23 in the orange background. Here's one of the ones right there. I'm not sure if that particular one is on. Mark is in San Jose. How do you buy your first thing? Okay, Richie. So this is how we. Oh, hold on. Before I get you, Richie, let me answer this other question real quick. Angela Joseph says this is amazing. Diane Rapetto. Okay, Richie. Okay, so this is how we take care of this. We have all of these different pictures. Look, we have the 16 by 20s of this picture. We have the 16 by 20s of this picture. And we have 16 by 20s of this picture. Those are the only poster size pictures we have. We also have the 11 by 14, 8 by 10. So if you want 4 Or you can go to our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/peanut find one of the many posts we've uploaded over the last couple of months. And we're pretty excited for it. And you can find the prize winners. Chris, dude, you got a killer deal here. All right. I did get some of your. All those are done? Okay. Yep. If you want to take a sample. Thank you so much. Love you. Mark Nelson said, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Thank you yourself. Thank you guys.
Brad, why do you keep letting the dog eat your stuff? Hey. I'm here, I'm ready.
Bill says that Stacy and Gini are beautiful. Okay, all these right here, son?
Okay.
No,
Oh, these are all of these are signed completely. And then this piece is not mine. Okay.
I'll be there. Murphy M. Sean says, what's up? Beverly Sibley says, go to the very good. Oh, I tried to
So is there anyone left? I haven't left, guys. I'm almost done. I'll be right back.
Tolkin, come on, what's going on, brother? Man, I put up with this guy all the time. It's not hard to laugh.
Well, all items we have yes, we will. That is one of the reasons that we have Garrett here today. Is he is a Beckett authorized witness or certifier, and so every piece that we have here today that is going out will be Beckett certified. All right, Angela found the Peanuts Reunion Virtual Science Prize finalist. Thank you so much. Anna said yes, all are authorized by Beckett. That is absolutely correct.
And if you want, when I mean, don't do the whole thing, but if you want to watch me certify it, you will get it on camera.
You got it. You got it. Fantastic. Might be rooted from some, but oh well, worth it. You are absolutely correct, John. I'm totally okay with that. I've already, believe it or not, while I was sharing our posts and getting ready for all this stuff right here, I actually shared it to a lot of Peanuts groups, and some of the Peanuts groups weren't very happy with the fact that I was sharing our posts because then they're, the rules of the post
Yes.
are simply and so even though I have the Peanuts characters here, and that's what I was promoting, unfortunately they weren't very happy with it, so I need to get rooted for the posting and promoting Fantastic, thank you, Brad. And it says, hey, I want a special Peppermint Patty exercise science poster. Is that the one you want to send? I'm in shape. I'm in shape. Can you see it? No. My voice is over now. You don't want to hear me sing now. Does anybody
When I'm 7, you might have wanted to hear me sing, but even then it wasn't that great. So, Sam's talking right now.
Anna said yes to that one.
No, don't have her sing.
Ads. Hold on. It says, can you sign in ads? Dot. Yes. I can be. That was actually Peppermint Patty that sang that song on the 5-3 album. And not only that, she sang that song with Bird from Black Eyed Peas. So, this man right here is on his own with Bird. And it said, thank you so much. Brown said sing, sing, sing.
No, no, no.
Still available, guys. You guys are interested in kind of talks? We have them available. Everybody has talks. Victor Oak says, hey Sam, told me one of the new limited ones will put around the same number. You got it, brother. You got it. You got it taken care of, brother. Yeah, all the basics. Did you get the, oh yeah, we need to have some yeah, we're going to sign all of them. We're literally going to sell this to you. Beavers is on. Kevin Dollar is on. We have 43 people still watching. John on. Because we're going to get shit everywhere until everything is on. So, better to have them done and certified now. So that way we can get shipping out and
Derek, are you there?
and go. I will absolutely. Yep. We love you, Vic.
Derek.
All right, and Ranch, I'll check this out.
Derek.
As long as they continue going up, I will be more than happy to continue. So you guys share this, get this out there, let everybody know what's going on. Because this is the first and largest Peanuts reunion virtual autograph signing event ever done. It is the first, never been done before. Boom. Jump. Jump on it. All right, let's see. Kurt says, race for your life, Charlie Brown. Non-life. Race for your life, Charlie Brown. Race for your life, Charlie Brown. I know it. That's one of the best. That was a great stuff. What specials did you do, Jeremy? I did, other than just like this, Rundown TV show, all of the shows here were on also was privileged to do Happy New Year, Charlie Brown. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Charlie Brown, and Snoopy and then all of the tapes for the Hockey Snoopy
Remember Teddy Ruxpin? Yeah. They have a Snoopy version. You serious? We did 13 tapes that went in the back, little cassettes that went in the back of the Snoopy. And the stories, we acted them all out. All the voice actors on my time were working. So I still have one of the original Snoopy dolls. So if that's not working, you're gonna get it.
Currently, we are in the interwebs where nobody knows our actual location. Because, yeah, we go through with this stuff. What are the 8x10 choices? Angela, is it a group or is it a what do you call it?
Single.
A single. Which one do you want? Let me know. Yes, Linus, what are the choices for 8x10? Okay. Linus 8x10. We have a double. Robert, if you go on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/community, we have a price list as well as the link to the PayPal. So go ahead and hit it up. Which one? And we have two. We have the yellow background and we have the white background. How much for the group photo? It depends on which one you want. If you want the 8x10, if you want the 11x14, or if you want the 16x20.
Derek, are you there?
How would you like it personalized? Look at the signature. That looks so pretty. That looks so good. So that's a 16x20. That's one of the ones we have available. We'll hold that one up. Look at that beautiful lady right there. Okay. So very well. Okay, we have all these templates. Okay, so here's the other thing.
Derek, if you're around, please respond.
Okay, the lead, best client ever. Here I'm in shape. All right, amazing. Oh, here's the one for Anna. It says, yes, I can be in shape.
Underline the can.
Yes. Yeah, go, Anna. There you go. Boom. Just like that. Angela said, I too had a blankie and loved Linus. Please let Jeremy know flow from the heart of the security. The pricing choices. Thank you so much, Anna. Logan said, I'm still here by the way. And it said, hey, thanks. Talking to you, honey. I'm
Derek Mackey, please respond.
Sponsored this event and helped us get out there. So thank you so much, Derek. He's also our technical certified. There we go.
I gotta say, guys, seriously, the quality and detail of these mixes is amazing. You guys are gonna be really happy with this. Those are for behind closed doors.
Jeremy can be my rocket back.
This is evolving very quickly.
Derek.
So I have permission for you?
Derek. Derek.
Yeah, I'm here. Yes.
Thank you. We have a couple. There's a couple of requests here.
Okay. I'm having Ginny sign one thing, and as soon as she's done, I'll come right back. So 2 minutes. Everyone hang tight.
Hey, y'all. Right. And then, of course, this is today's special. This right here is 16 by 20. Barely
Okay, guys, I am back to see if we have any more orders and to answer questions. Bear with me. Okay, so Tyler, just come on and tell me what I'm doing because I haven't been paying attention. You got to tell me what I'm doing.
There's a William Johnson here that is waiting for his autograph.
William, did he just place an?
He says he went through Sam.
Oh, Sam's doing those. Sam. Sorry. Have you gotten to all your newer orders? Because I have a gentleman here, William Johnson, who just ordered something, I think. Are you getting to them all?
Yeah.
You are. Okay, yeah. So Sam is doing that one, William. So just bear with us. He'll be with you.
What did you get?
William, yeah, no problem. William, what'd you get? Text it to me in the chat room what you got and we'll get it. Okay, Tyler, what else do I need to handle?
And then there's someone named JHP LLC that they're here for Sam, Donna, and Jeremy.
My homies. Okay.
I don't know what that's about. Can you be more specific, please, JHP?
Yeah, please be specific. William, could I please change my photo request to the one with Charlie Brown and Snoopy show banner, please, and do not personalize. Yeah. So I'll tell Sam that right now. Sam, the photo for William Johnson, he's going to change it. So whatever you got the order for, he doesn't want it. He wants the one with the banner at the top. Charlie Brown show.
The Charlie Brown Snoopy show?
And if you could do it now while you're live so he can watch. And he doesn't want it personalized, just name and character.
How big?
The
1620?
1620? I guess. William, 16 by 20, is that the right size? Please text me. Yes, yes, that one. Name and character only. Okay, Sam's going to show you that right now, William. Which platform is Sam streaming from?
For William Johnson?
Yeah, but don't personalize it. Just sign it, yeah. And then Sam, where are you? What platform are you on? Someone wants to join in.
I'm on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, we're at www.facebook.com/peanuts.
Facebook.com/peanuts reunion. Tyler, can you text that and type it into the chat room for everybody, please? Thank you. Okay, it looks like our orders are all done. So I'm actually going to turn our orders off so that we don't get confused with everyone else.